Chapter 197. Xiaofan and his companions had all passed the third round. Although there were some twists and turns in the process, fortunately, there was no danger. Now, Xiaofan and his companions could sit leisurely on the other side and watch the other contestants pass the round. It's not easy. Xiao Yunrong whispered with lingering fear. From the moment I stepped on the rainbow bridge of fate, I had no confidence at all. I was afraid that I would step on the banishing card or the unlucky card. My luck would decline and I might even die. Step by step, I was treading on thin ice. I didn't expect that I would make it through and pass. Yeah, I also feel like it's been a lifetime. Xiaofan sighed. Ah. Xiaofan smiled faintly. Alright, Yunrong, senior sister Hua, don't be so sentimental. We've passed the third round. Now, there's only one more round. Once we pass, our fates will change and we'll become heroes. That's great. Below the immortals are heroes, and below the heroes are all living beings. Fatty Zhu shouted excitedly. I wonder what the contents of the fourth stage are. Mo Qingtong frowned slightly, then said in a low voice, Xiaofan, be careful. You and the people from the Demon Hero region have completely fallen out. You've almost become mortal enemies, and you won't rest until you're dead. Although the eldest senior brother of the Hero region doesn't have a sharp aura, he gives Qingtong an unfathomable feeling. Xiaofan, don't let your guard down. I know. Xiaofan tilted his head and looked at Garen. At this moment, Garen was sitting cross-legged with his eyes down. His body was covered with jewels and his aura was smooth and flawless. He was extremely dignified and inviolable. His eyes were closed and he ignored Xiaofan. Sitting next to Garen was the number one genius of the East region, Zhangsun Wuheng. He was looking at Xiaofan with jealousy, vigilance, and hostility in his eyes. Tai Chok Zi, the black dragon of the Great Wilderness, gathered a group of children of the Great Wilderness who had passed, and they were looking at Xiaofan with hostility. Ah! Xiaofan shook his head and laughed. He quickly turned his attention to the many rainbow bridges of fate. The game of fate was coming to an end and more contestants came ashore. Tai Jiezi and Tian Yuan of the Spirit Mountain of the southern region had also successfully ascended to Sky City. They exchanged glances and wanted to walk towards Xiaofan, but in the end, they walked to the other side, maintaining a certain distance from Xiaofan, and sat down cross-legged. 2 hours later. Finally, on the last rainbow bridge, a young girl from the eastern domain stepped on an unlucky card and was directly obliterated. All the contestants already had their own destinations. The rainbow bridge dissipated. The game of fate was over. It's over. It's finally over. The participants who had passed the test on the shore all stood up and looked at the main examiner, Leng Ruyu, who was sitting quietly on the lotus platform. Scarlet light surged around Leng Ruyu's body. She was as beautiful as an immortal descending to the mortal world from a painting scroll. Her celestial appearance was peerless. Her eyes were like water and filled with mist, making it impossible for others to see through her heart. Her skin was like ice and her bones were like jade, and her body was straight and elegant. There was not a single trace of impurity on her, as if she was the most perfect masterpiece of the heavens. Leng Ruyu smiled faintly and nodded slightly. Congratulations, contestants. You have passed the test of the game of fate and officially entered the fourth and final stage of this year's Hex trial. Well, you are only one step away from becoming a Hex. All the contestants were excited and excited. They had entered the final stage. The dream was within reach. Many of the contestants started breathing heavily. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. A shadow flashed, and Chen fading wind swept over from the moving city opposite and floated in the air beside Leng Ruyu. There was a trace of affection and tenderness in his eyes. Ruyu, you've worked hard in presiding over the third stage. It's okay. Leng Ruyu smiled gently. Her voice was like the sound of nature. Ryu is also a little excited to be able to witness the birth of this batch of future top hex heroes. Among them, there will definitely be someone who can grow up to be a super hex hero. Hey, where is the venue for the 4th stage? Who is the main examiner? Chen Fading Wind asked with a smile. Leng Ryu smiled mysteriously and did not comment. Then, Leng Ryu continued to speak to the contestants. Now let's look at the contestants who passed the 3rd stage. After a pause, Leng Ryu continued. The 3rd stage of this year's Hex Trial, the Game of Fate, has a total of 3,340 contestants participating. So far, there are 1160 contestants who have passed. As soon as this was said, the contestants all sighed. Of the 3,340 contestants who passed the stage, about 2/3 were eliminated, leaving only 1160 people to enter the next stage. It was really tragic. Among the 1160 contestants, 87 from the Hex Hero region, 112 from the East region, 9 from the West region, 7 from the South region, 3 from the North region, and 942 from the Great Wilderness. Leng Ryu announced. This kind of data made the contestants sigh again. A total of 10,000 geniuses participated in this year's Hex Trial, but in the end, there were only so few people left. Of course, survival of the fittest, those who could make it to this stage were the geniuses among geniuses, the most enchanting of all. Among them, the younger generation of the Hex Hero region was even more resentful, and they looked at Xiaofan with a murderous look. 13 people from the Hex Hero region had died, all thanks to Xiaofan. Perhaps, if these 13 people had not died in Xiaofan's hands, they would have been able to enter the 4th stage by now. Then, the younger generation of the Hex Hero region would have created a miracle. All the contestants would have entered the final stage unscathed and achieved a brilliant achievement, which was enough to be recorded in the history books. But Xiaofan had shattered this glory. He killed Yiming, a genius who was very likely to become a devil hero. This was completely unforgivable. Then, please enter the city in the sky and rest for 3 days. 3 days later, the examination venue and rules of the 4th stage will be announced to you, Leng Ryu said with a gentle smile. Well. Ryu is honored to be able to accompany all the contestants into the 4th stage, huh? The contestants were stunned. Ryu, are you still the examiner of the 4th stage? Chen Shifeng asked hurriedly. Yes, Leng Ryu nodded. Ryu will continue to be the examiner and meet everyone in the 4th stage. The specific content of the test will be announced by Ryu in 3 days. As for the examination venue of the 4th stage, it's not in the Hex Hero region. Alright, everyone, please enter Sky City and recuperate. Remember, during these 3 days, no disputes are allowed among the contestants, let alone fighting or killing. Violators will be eliminated immediately. The contestants all nodded in agreement. After Leng Ryu finished her announcement, she gracefully stepped down from the lotus platform and led the way. She walked along a mountain path and led the participants into Sky City. Her steps were elegant and otherworldly, and she was as beautiful as a fairy. As she walked, it seemed as if she could ride the wind and ascend to the 9 Heavens Palace at any time. Chen Shifeng walked side by side with her. Thousands of contestants followed behind him in a line. Flowers and trees grew on both sides of the mountain road. The vegetation was lush and green, and the fairy mist surged and rolled among the vegetation. The contestants were amazed by the flowers that were more than 100 feet tall. In the air, there was a rain of flowers, sparkling and translucent, emitting a refreshing fragrance. This kind of fragrance seemed to be a spiritual medicine that could cleanse one's body of chalk. It faintly had the smell of cutting off one's hair and cleansing one's marrow. Moreover, it could dispel the distracting thoughts in one's heart. If one cultivated here, the spiritual energy was abundant, and it would definitely yield twice the results with half the effort. After passing through the small road, there was a paradise as beautiful as the immortal world. Elegant wooden pavilions were everywhere, and countless beautiful girls greeted them with smiles and arranged the contestants' food and accommodation. They were all beautiful, with fair legs and arms. Their voices were like those of Gu Huangpeng, making the contestants feel as if they had fallen into a land of gentleness. Their hearts were numb and soft, and they were indescribably comfortable. Between the wooden buildings of Sky City, there were also some beautiful mountain peaks and jade palaces. Some flowering trees were dozens of feet tall, and they looked as if they were carved from translucent jadeite. They were like divine trees that emitted a sweet fragrance, and there were beautiful colorful petals blowing in the air. It was a marvelous sight. So beautiful. This place is so beautiful. It's like a fairyland. Mo Qingtong, Hua Gang, and Xiao Yunrong all exclaimed. In this poetic and picturesque environment, Xiaofan's heart calmed down and he felt refreshed. His nerves, which were as taut as a bowstring, also relaxed to the greatest extent. He enjoyed it immensely. Xiaofan and his companions were assigned to a wooden courtyard. There were a few rooms, a few trees, a few flower beds, and a few canaries. The environment was beautiful. Ah! We have 3 days to recuperate. Mo Qingtong closed her eyes slightly, took a deep breath of the fragrance of the flowers in the courtyard, and blurted out, "Qingtong can comfortably soak in a fresh flower bath." Her face was full of intoxication. Yes, have a good rest and prepare for the 4th round. In the Hex Hero preliminaries, each stage will be harder than the previous one. The 4th stage is the last one, so it won't be easy. Xiaofan said seriously. Well, on the Rainbow Bridge of Fate, Yunrong obtained an ancient sword manual. We can take advantage of these 3 days to study it and hopefully have a breakthrough in our combat power. Xiao Yunrong looked serious. Okay, you can all go. Xiaofan smiled and walked into a wooden house. 3 days. 3 days passed in the blink of an eye. During these 3 days, no one came to disturb them, so Xiaofan and his companions enjoyed 3 days of peace and comfort. 3 days later. In the wide field of the city in the sky. 1160 contestants gathered here. After 3 days of rest, now, every contestant was full of energy, and their eyes were full of fighting spirit and confidence. The depression and fatigue from 3 days ago were swept away. The city in the sky had a beautiful environment, and the fragrance of flowers was everywhere, making people forget about their worries. It was indeed the best place to recuperate. Leng Ruyu and Chen Fading Wind stood at the end of the wide field. They looked at the contestants. Well, everyone is here. Leng Ruyu nodded slightly. Then, the 4th round of the Hex Hero trial, which is also the last round, officially begins. Now, Ruyu will explain the content and rules of the 4th round. The first round of the Hex Hero trial tests your ability to distinguish demonic aura and your psychological quality. The second round tests your ability to survive and observe in a harsh environment. The third round tests your luck. Then, the content of the 4th round is actual combat ability. Actual combat ability? The contestants were a little stunned. Are we going to fight in the arena? Suddenly, Leng Ruyu's expression became slightly serious. She said word by word, the content of the 4th round was not finalized until yesterday. I just want to tell you that the 4th round is extremely cruel and tragic. Before this, I didn't expect the 4th round to be so cruel. The 4th round is extremely cruel? Tragic? The contestants were all shocked. Seriously speaking, the difficulty of the 4th round is almost far greater than the previous 3 rounds. Leng Ruyu continued. The venue of the 4th round is in a city in the West region. Once the test begins, you will be teleported to this city. This time, for the Hex Hero trial, which is known as the cruelest in history and has the most geniuses, the powerful figures of the Hex Hero Tower injured a demon emperor and trapped this demon emperor in this city. Now, this demon emperor is trying his best to disguise himself and hide among the people in the city. Your task is to find this injured demon emperor and kill him. Kill an injured demon emperor? The contestants had some idea. Of course, the content of the fourth round will not be so simple. Leng Ruyu sorted out her words. Now, I will number the contestants. The purpose of the numbering is to hunt. The fourth round can be called an actual combat test, but more accurately, it is a hunting game. This hunting game is not only about hunting the injured demon emperor, but also, the contestants will hunt each other. What you need to do is to track the demon emperor and be on guard against the demon emperor's counterattack at all times. Moreover, you also need to plot against each other. Ryu can responsibly say that the fourth round of the Hex Hero trial, the hunting game, is almost the most difficult round in all the previous Hex Hero trials. To kill an injured demon emperor, and the contestants also have to hunt each other? Chen frowned. It's a cruel game of hunting and being hunted. Of course, the contestants won't kill each other blindly. Instead, each contestant has his own specific hunting target. You can only hunt a specific opponent, and you can't kill randomly. Now, the numbering begins. Please stretch out your right hand, Leng Ruyu said seriously. Oh my god, we also have to hunt and assassinate each other, and there are demon emperors lurking in the dark. The contestants discussed in panic. And they subconsciously kept a distance from each other. Xiaofan frowned slightly. Every contestant has his own specific hunting target. How is the hunting target decided? Who am I going to kill? Chen frowned and snapped his fingers. Don't panic. As Hex Heroes, the first task is to hunt the demon clan. But according to my experience, for the sake of profit, sometimes there are conflicts between Hex Heroes. This round is indeed the cruelest actual combat test. You will directly become excellent Hex Heroes, no longer noobs. This round can help you grow. Leng Ruyu sighed. The content of this round is decided by the higher-ups. Ryu also thinks it's too cruel, but there's no other way. The higher-ups naturally have their reasons for deciding. However, the higher-ups also promise that the contestants who pass the final round will not only become Hex Heroes, but will also receive unprecedented training. Alright, let's start assigning numbers. Everyone, please open your palms. The contestants opened their palms. Whoosh whoosh whoosh, thousands of rays of light radiated from Leng Ruyu's body. In the next moment, every contestant held a jade token with a number written on it in their palms. Xiaofan flipped over the jade token and saw the number 4 on it. I'm number 4. Xiaofan was stunned. Boss, I'm number 11. Fatty Zhu flipped the jade token in his hand. Martial brother Xiaofan, I'm number 13, Huolan said in a low voice. Xiaofan, I'm number 7, Mo Qingtong said. Xiaofan, I'm number 20, Xiao Yunrong said. Participants, the number on the jade token in your hands is your number for the fourth stage, Leng Ruyu explained. First, let me tell you, the injured demon emperor you have to kill is Demon Emperor Qinglin. Demon Emperor Qinglin's attack power is extremely strange. If it's at its peak, all of you combined won't be enough to kill it. But don't worry, it's already been injured by our senior Hex Heroes, and its battle power is less than 20% or 30%. Moreover, during the test, our senior Hex Heroes will deter the injured Demon Emperor Qinglin, preventing it from devouring the living beings in the city to recover from its injuries. Of course, it will attack you first. So, your first step is not to kill Demon Emperor Qinglin, but to stay alive. What? Demon Emperor Qinglin? The target is Demon Emperor Qinglin? Xiaofan was shocked. Xiaofan had seen Demon Emperor Qinglin's power with his own eyes. When the Demon Emperor Qinglin appeared, the sky and earth changed colors, and the clouds moved in all directions. It was extremely strange. It was an extremely difficult Demon Emperor to deal with. Then, Ryu will continue to announce the rules of the test. When the test officially begins, you will be teleported directly to the city, but you will be teleported separately. When you arrive at the city, there will be no other contestants around you, which means that your teleportation location will be disrupted. The winner of the fourth round will be decided by points. Successfully killing a designated contestant will be rewarded with 10,000 points. Killing a demon soldier in the city will be rewarded with 1 point. Killing a demon general in the city will be rewarded with 10 points. Killing Demon Emperor Qing Lin will be rewarded with 100,000 points. If multiple contestants work together to kill Demon Emperor Qing Lin, they will be rewarded with 100,000 points. Mistakenly killing a civilian in the city will be deducted 100 points. Killing a non-designated contestant will be deducted 1,000 points. The duration of this round is 1 month. Points will be calculated in 1 month. Contestants who have accumulated 10,500 points will become demon heroes. In fact, you should understand now that you don't have to kill Demon Emperor Qing Lin in this test. As long as you can guarantee that you won't be killed by Demon Emperor Qing Lin within 1 month, and guarantee that you will accumulate 10,500 points, you will pass the test. However, Ryu, I have to remind you that although the injured Demon Emperor Qing Lin won't kill the civilians in the city, it will take the initiative to kill contestants like you. There are also some ferocious demon soldiers and demon generals under it. Any contestant who successfully kills Demon Emperor Qing Lin, regardless of whether it's alone or in a team, will be rewarded handsomely by the higher-ups of the Wuxia Pagoda in addition to points. Remember, this is a reward given by the higher-ups of the Wuxia Pagoda. It's no small matter. However, if you think that you don't have the ability to kill Demon Emperor Qing Lin, there's no need for you to take the risk. Although Demon Emperor Qing Lin is injured, he is still a demon emperor. A centipede will not fall down even if it dies. Of course, according to the rules of the point system, as long as you can accumulate 10,500 points, you don't have to kill a specific contestant. 10,500 points are required to pass the test. If you don't kill a specific contestant, it'll be very difficult to accumulate this number of points. Killing a demon soldier is only 1 point, and a demon general is only 10 points. How can there be so many demon soldiers and demon generals for contestants to kill? Of course, I can kill Demon Emperor Qing Lin directly and get 100,000 points. I can do whatever I want. Xiaofan calculated in his mind. During this month's assessment, there will be senior chivalrous heroes paying close attention to you. A large number of our senior chivalrous heroes have already disguised themselves as civilians and sneaked into that city. Your every move will be under our control. Therefore, if you accidentally kill a civilian or a non-specific contestant, you will be deducted points. Alright, I'll now announce your target. Ryu's expression became more and more serious. The targets were calculated by Ryu using the Great Fate Divine Art. Between the hunter and the hunted, there might come a day when they would fight. Ryu just wanted to bring that day forward. You can treat your target as your mortal enemy. If you succeed, you will devour their life force. All the contestants held their breath. Contestant number 1, Meng Jia of the Great Wilderness, hunting target number 769, Nye Yinlong of the East. The two will hunt each other. Contestant number 2, Tai Jizi of the Spiritual Mountain of the Southern Region, hunting target number 1011, Ai Air of the Great Wilderness. The two will hunt each other. Contestant number 3, Chiu Chiu of the Northern Region, hunting target number 287, Huli of the Western Region. The two will hunt each other. Contestant number 4, Xiaofan of the Southern Region. At this point, Ryu's expression changed slightly as she looked at Xiaofan. Your target is. P.S. This chapter is rather long. It's mainly for writing the rules of the fourth test. I won't open it. There are over 5,500 words in this chapter. I hope everyone enjoys reading it. Who will be Xiaofan's mortal enemy? Who will be Xiaofan's target? How thrilling will the fourth test be? Please stay tuned. Chapter 198. The fourth stage of Demon Hero Lu's trial. It was known as the most difficult stage in history. 11 contestants were randomly sent to a city in the West region. Not only did they have to deal with demon kings, but they also had to hunt them down. Moreover, the contestants had to hunt each other. The competition lasted for a month. After a month, the points would be calculated. Contestants with more than 500 points would become demon heroes. Without a doubt, this was an assessment that simulated actual combat to the extreme. No, to be precise, this was an actual combat assessment. Those who could get enough points in this stage, stand out, and become demon hero contestants would not need to accumulate any actual combat experience. They could directly participate in the various demon hunting missions. They were no longer rookies. They could handle all kinds of dangerous situations. They could even take charge. The chief examiner, Leng Ruyu, began to announce the designated targets of the contestants. Contestant number 4, Xiaofan from the South region, your target is. Leng Ruyu's face became extremely serious. Perhaps, you are destined to be mortal enemies. This is the result deduced by the Great Destiny True Energy. Even Ruyu can't control it. Devil Hero Region, Garen. Huh. Xiaofan was stunned. Xiaofan's target was Garen. In other words, Garen's target was Xiaofan. Wow, the audience was suddenly excited. One was a genius cultivated by the old antiques of the Devil Hero region. When he was born, there was a trace of immortal chi. Many powerful people had identified that he could become an immortal in the future. He was a natural-born supreme. It was no exaggeration to say that Garen was one of the future leaders of the human race. He would become a legend and be recorded in the history books as a shocking demon hero. Moreover, his performance on the Rainbow Bridge of Destiny was obvious to all. His luck covered the sky and he was invincible. There were no twists and turns in his fate. It seemed impossible for him to fall. He was almost an immortal character. One was a living target, the biggest dark horse of this demon hero trial. He continuously killed the younger generation of the Devil Hero region. He was domineering, merciless, cruel, violent, and devoured the fate of others. His body was as strong as the cub of a divine beast, and he could crush the strongest young people of the great wilderness with a finger. These were two ruthless people. Xiaofan was domineering while Garen was infuriated. It could be said that Xiaofan and Garen were the two most popular people in this year's Hex trials. No one could compete with them. Whether it was the number 1 genius in the East region, Zhangsun Wuhan, the Azure Dragon Crown Prince of the Great Wilderness, or Tang Feipeng and Xian Qi, who had participated in the last Hex contest and had rich experience. These peerless geniuses were no match for Xiaofan and Garen. Xiaofan's encounter with Garen was like the meeting of two tigers. A battle between the strong. Eldest senior brother. The younger generation of the Devil Hero region crowded around Garen nervously and excitedly. Garen's eyes were tightly shut, and the muscles at the corners of his eyes twitched a few times. His face was as white as jade, and his breath was smooth and flawless. His celestial charm was faintly discernible, and his entire person was becoming more and more perfect, almost without any flaws. When all the contestants present observed Garen, they would feel an extremely strange and terrifying feeling. Fighting with this Garen, there's simply no way to start. At this moment, the corners of Garen's mouth were curled up into an incomparably beautiful smile. He murmured. Garen understands now. This is fate. Garen cultivated the ancient Buddha divine technique diligently, and at every moment, he was focused on comprehending it, but he was always one step away. However, since participating in the Hex contest, this layer of mental barrier and shackle actually began to loosen. Garen also understood a little in his heart. And now, Garen's hunting target was Xiaofan. This made Garen's will instantly become sharp, cutting through the bottleneck, as if it could break through at any time. Fate. After being bound for so many years, I was finally given the opportunity to break through. At this moment, I, Garen, have a clear mind, and suddenly see the light. Eldest senior brother, what you mean is that fate has arranged for you to encounter Xiaofan on a narrow path, and once you successfully kill him, your spirit will attain perfection, flawless, and dispel the demons in your heart, allowing you to attain mastery in your Buddhist arts. A handsome youth said excitedly. Garen smiled and said nothing. Since he knew that his hunting target was Xiaofan, his breath became more and more full, and even a kind of light of enlightenment appeared on his face, as if an epiphany shone into his heart. That's great. After killing Xiaofan, eldest senior brother will achieve great success in Buddhism, and in the future, you will definitely dominate the world and conquer the 9 provinces. How could Xiaofan be eldest senior brother's opponent? Eldest senior brother, please avenge all the junior brothers and sisters. Especially junior sister Shengwan, who has always been obedient to eldest senior brother, was actually murdered by Xiaofan. He even killed junior sister Shengwan. He is simply insane and worse than a beast. And on Xiaohan's side, now the companions were also nervous. No way. Boss, you want to kill Garen. He is known as the first person in the younger generation of Hex Domain, a leader. Fatty Zhu's face was bitter, as if he had bitten a gallbladder. Boss, Fatty has a feeling that Garen seems to be able to break Fatty's trump card with just a slight movement or a single breath. In any case, he makes Fatty feel that he is extremely terrifying, and holy and unattainable. There are faint traces of immortal qi in his body. Mo Qingtong frowned. Xiaofan, now it's terrible, you have encountered the most powerful opponent, no one else. What should we do now? Xiao Yunrong and Huafan were at a loss. This hunting target is not something we can decide. Since the chief examiner deduced the most suitable hunting target through the divine art of destiny, there must be some reason. Xiaofan thought for a while. Thinking about it, it makes sense. I've killed so many contestants from the Wuxia region. On the Rainbow Bridge, I ignored Garen's warning and forcefully killed that bitch. I'm already mortal enemies with the people from the Wuxia region. It wouldn't be surprising for me to pick one of them. On the other hand, I would be surprised if I picked an unrelated contestant as my hunting target. It's just that I did not expect to directly draw Garen. But it's fine, this grudge will be settled sooner or later. In the 4th round, let's completely settle it. Now, while the participants were shocked, they couldn't help but secretly nod. Xiaofan drawing Garen was unexpected, but it was reasonable. After all, in the 3rd round, under the watchful eyes of the public, there was a conflict, and the smell of gunpowder was very strong. Sigh. These two are both demons with a bright future, it's such a pity that they met and hunted each other. Maybe this will be the biggest regret of this year's Hex Hero preliminaries, whether it is Xiaohan's premature death or Garen's death, it is really regrettable. Not necessarily. Between the two of them, whoever can step on the corpse of the other will be able to dominate the world in the future, and even greatly increase the probability of becoming an immortal. One mountain cannot accommodate 2 tigers, it is fate that arranged them to be mortal enemies. Many of the participants were now a little more relaxed. The 2 strongest people were arranged together, so that they could successfully avoid, and even increase their chances of passing. Is that so? It's a little cruel. Chen Fengchen felt a little helpless. Continue to announce everyone's hunting target. Leng Ryu calmed down. Hex Hero Tower. The 29th floor. Xiaohan's hunting target is actually him. Hex Hero Domains Garen. The strongest young man in this year's Hex Hero preliminaries, the world-shaking demon. The Sky Demon old man was stunned. Brother Wu, things are a little bad. For Xiaofan, such an opponent is extremely not optimistic. It doesn't matter. This may also be a trial in Xiaohan's life. Wu Li was relatively calm. Xiaohan's fate may be full of killing and thrills, all kinds of life and death trials. From the moment the rules of the fourth round was announced, I guessed that Xiaofan would definitely not draw an opponent that was too simple. Sure enough, it is Garen, the strongest. But Dongfang Qin's face was gloomy. Sect Master, from the looks of the Rainbow Bridge of Destiny, Garen passed it perfectly and showed a heaven-defying destiny. In his lifetime, he might not encounter any calamities. This is probably the quality of immortal ascension that people often talk about. With good luck, he will be safe for the rest of his life. Heh. I have said that Ling Ruyu's divine art of destiny is not complete. That is an immortal art, how can she control it? She can only deduce a little bit of the general traces. Moreover, the road to becoming an immortal is to fight against the heavens. It will inevitably cause the wrath of the heavens, and a tribulation will descend. One success will be built on the bones of tens of thousands. Do you think that you can become an immortal if you live a peaceful life? Becoming an immortal is not a carefree journey on a crane, nor is it a carefree journey, but a road full of killing. Only by constantly killing and crushing everything can one become an immortal. After a pause, Dongfang Qin said leisurely. Fate is a very mysterious thing. When one's strength reaches a certain level, he can completely change the fate of others. Wuxia Tower. An extremely high level. Ha! So it's true. An old man with a powerful aura and faint golden eyes with runes intertwining around them said after a moment of thought. Fate is important in the unseen world. I understand now. In this year's Hex Trials, a young man named Xiaofan suddenly appeared. He killed our disciples one after another, making Garen irreconcilable with him. After he killed Ling, he cut off Garen's love and planted a demonic seed in Garen's heart. He became the key figure in Garen's ascension through the Buddhist arts. Now, fate has arranged for them to be enemies and hunting targets. This is clearly to sharpen Garen, so that Garen can successfully hunt Xiaofan and reach the peak of Buddhist ascension. No wonder Garen had traces of immortal energy when he was born. He might become an immortal in his lifetime. Now it seems that this Xiaofan is Garen's first stepping stone in the process of proving his Tao. 4 hours later, the 1160 contestants all knew their targets in the fourth stage. Now, the atmosphere had become tense. The contestants all looked at their hunting targets, their eyes full of fighting spirit, cold killing intent brewing. Mo Qingtong's target was a woman from the north. This target wasn't too strong. With Mo Qingtong's combat strength, she could easily complete the hunt and get 1 point. Fatty Zhu wasn't so unlucky. His target was the Tsang Dragon Crown Prince of the Great Wilderness. This was a formidable opponent. His might shook the great wastelands, and he was one of the few young brave warriors that could be counted on one's fingers. Fatty Zhu was scared to tears. The Tsang Dragon Crown Prince looked at Fatty Zhu as if he was looking at a fat pig that could be slaughtered at will, sneering. Huafan's target was also from the great wilderness. It was a barbarian girl, 1.9 meters tall, like a female bear. She was born with divine strength and her skin shone with a metallic luster. As she breathed, she blew the air and made a whistling sound. Xiao Yunrong's target was Tang Feipeng of the East region. An old fox who had participated in the last Hex trial was extremely difficult to deal with. Looks like everyone's luck isn't that good. Xiaofan touched his nose. Apart from Miss Mo, we all drew the worst lot. However, since it's the fourth stage, the last fight, don't give up easily. Later, we will be teleported to the city in the west region. We will be separated and messed up. Everyone must be careful. Oh right. Xiaohan's mind flashed and he lowered his voice. Let's discuss a secret signal. In that city, everyone can draw some marks in certain places, such as the tables and chairs in the restaurants, the corners of the walls. This way, we might be able to contact each other. What mark? A few companions asked immediately. Alright, all the rules are clear to everyone. He also had a clear idea of his target. Now, Ryu will teleport everyone to the city in the west region. There is an injured demon Emperor Qing Lin there. Please be careful. Yes, after teleporting, all the contestants will be scattered and mixed up. Heh, if you don't want to be hunted by an opponent stronger than you, then hide for a month. If you don't die, even if you don't have enough points and can't become a hex, you can still leave this competition alive. Okay. West Region Sunshine City, the fourth stage of this year's hex trial. Let's go. To be continued. Chapter 199. One after another, talismans flickered with flowing lights. They were like dragons and snakes, full of spirit force and ethereal charm. They fluttered like butterflies. Various terrain coordinates were engraved on them. They jumped out from Leng Yu's immortal body and scattered towards the participants. Whoosh whoosh whoosh, as soon as the talismans touched the contestant's body and aura, they sparkled with a sparkling light. The air flowed, and the mysterious power of space fluctuated, teleporting the contestant away in an instant. One by one, the contestants disappeared into thin air. How about this? Our secret code is the word, egg. Leave this word in a hidden place, it's equivalent to communication and communication. Xiaofan said quickly in a low voice. As for why it was the word, egg, it was a word that came out subconsciously without much consideration. Just as Xiaofan finished speaking, whoosh, a talisman took Xiaofan away. Why is it the word, egg? Fatty Zhu was confused. This? Xiao Yunrong thought for half a breath. Maybe Xiaofan likes to eat eggs. Haha, Mo Qingtong's pretty face blushed, maybe it means something else. Ha ha ha. Alright, no matter what it means, after we split up, use the word, egg, as a secret code and communicate with each other. Xiaofan said. Whoosh whoosh whoosh, there was a spatial fluctuation, and the four of them were quickly taken away by the talisman. Junior brothers, after arriving at the Sunshine City of the Western region, use the words Devil Hero region as a sign. Contact each other. Garen also instructed. As soon as he finished speaking, he was taken away by the talisman. Not long after, 1160 contestants were all teleported out of the city in the sky and headed to the fourth stage of the Devil Hero trial, the Sunshine City of the Western region. Only Leng Ruyu and Chen Fengchen stayed where they were. Ruyu, this fourth stage is too harsh and cruel. I don't know how many young people can pass and become the new generation of Devil Hero. Chen Fengchen crossed his arms and said with a frown. Leng Ruyu smiled. In fact, it's nothing if you think about it. When our generation was young, we often went deep into dangerous places and participated in the hunting of demon emperors. The difficulty was no less than the fourth test this time. Also, the contents of the assessment are decided by the higher-ups. As examiners, we can only follow orders. Without the tempering of life and death. It was an embarrassing task. Even if he becomes a demon hero, he will only be at the lowest level of existence. Morning Passing Wind also nodded. Soon after, he opened his mouth again. The most interesting part of the fourth stage is whether the contestants can kill the heavily injured demon Emperor Qing Lin and the battle between Xiaofan and Garen. Let's not talk about hunting demon Emperor Qing Lin first. Ryu, what do you think of the clash between Xiaofan and Garen? Leng Ruyu's misty eyes revealed a pondering expression, and after a few breaths of time, her cherry lips parted slightly. Ryu is prettier than Garen. Garen's temperament is too otherworldly and extraordinary. He has the qualities of becoming an immortal and his luck is like a rainbow. On the other hand, although Xiaohan's combat strength is violent, his willpower is strong, and he has many fortuitous encounters and gains, his temperament is too ruthless. I'm afraid Xiaofan is not as good as Garen. Ha ha ha. Garen is a deep pool, while Xiaofan is a raging sea. Chen Fengchen laughed. Suddenly, a strange look flashed across his eyes as he said in a low voice. Xiaofan's biggest secret is the Demon Emperor's palm. He obtained my demon eye and hunted the demon race, which is like adding wings to a tiger. That day in Sunshine City, the demon race occupied the demon race, allowing Xiaofan to obtain a large number of points and continuously nourish the demon emperor's palm and awaken the demon vein. Although Garen is strong, he may not be able to defeat Xiaofan. Passing wind, what are you talking about? Leng Ruyu was stunned. Heh. Ruyu, you think highly of Garen, and I think highly of Xiaofan. Chen Fengchen's voice suddenly became very certain. Leng Ruyu smiled gently and didn't say anything else. How about this, Ruyu? Let's secretly go to Sunshine City now and monitor the progress of the competition. What do you think? Chen Fengchen was tempted. Fading wind, for the fourth stage of the examination this time, the higher-ups have already issued a strict order to seal off the examination venue. Only a group of experienced evil heroes will be following every participant in Sunshine City. The other evil heroes are not allowed to enter Sunshine City without permission and disrupt the competition. Moreover, there is no magic eye stone in Sunshine City. Therefore, those who are paying attention to the last stage of this year's Hex contest can only see the results through the names on the list. They can't watch the process. Leng Ruyu smiled slowly. We can't go to Sunshine City? Chen Fengchen was stunned. Leng Ruyu giggled and took out 2 talismans from her bosom. Alright, alright. I won't keep you in suspense. We are the chief examiners. Of course, we can go to Sunshine City. Passing wind, let's go. Whoosh! After teleporting for an unknown period of time, Xiaofan's feet were steady and his eyes were blinded by the scorching sun. It's so hot. A gust of hot air swept over. Xiaofan closed his eyes. When he opened them again, he looked around vigilantly and observed his surroundings. He saw that the place he was in was an orchard. Everywhere was green and full of vitality. There were cantaloupes, grapevines, cacti. All sorts of colors were growing happily and exuding a rich fruity fragrance. A sapphire-like lake dotted the orchard, bringing a refreshing feeling to drive away the heat. Xiaofan was teleported here alone. There were no other contestants around him. The environment was very quiet and comfortable. It was peaceful. Phew! Xiaofan let out a mouthful of turbid air. His tense heartstrings relaxed. He walked to the lake, squatted down, and washed his face with water. It seems that this is the western region. The hot weather and the sand in the air are the characteristics of the western region. This should be an oasis. It must be the venue of the fourth stage, Sunshine City. Xiaofan washed his face and drank his fill of the fragrant lake water as he quickly sorted out his thoughts. In Sunshine City, there is the injured demon emperor Qing Lin and many demon soldiers. Demon generals. Killing Demon Emperor Qing Lin will give you a terrifying 100,000 points. Killing a demon soldier would only give 1 point, and killing a demon general would give 10 points. As for the rest of the participants, the other contestants must have already entered Sunshine City and are waiting for an opportunity to strike. Interesting. I wonder where my target, Garen, is right now. Xiaofan stood up and walked towards the east. There was a hubbub coming from the east. It seemed to be a market. I have encountered Demon Emperor Qing Lin several times. It was very dangerous. This demon can sense the demon egg in my heart. Last time, at Beacon Fire Empire's Sunset Mountains, Demon Emperor Qing Lin risked his life to come to the southern region from the western region to hunt down North Mystic Demon Emperor. He wanted to capture me and obtain the biggest secret in my heart. Damn it. Now that I am in Sunshine City with Demon Emperor Qing Lin, he might be able to sense the demon egg in my heart. When that happens, I won't even have to look for him. He will come to me. Xiaofan was worried. Although it's a heavily injured demon sovereign, it's still powerful. That world-destroying demon saber can destroy the heavens and extinguish the earth. It's no small matter. Fortunately, my combat strength has improved greatly in the past few years. Especially after the Hex Hero trial, Emperor's Wu Bing, awakened 20,000 demon veins in my palm, allowing me to use my 2 demonic techniques to my heart's content. Oh right. I might be able to defeat a seriously injured demon Emperor Qing Lin if I use all my skills. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'll kill him while he's weak. Xiaofan licked his lips as a brilliant light flashed across his eyes. If I can get the Demon Emperor Crystal and learn the world-destroying Demon Blade. It will be even easier to deal with Garen. When that time comes, I will be caught off guard and I will torture him to death. With Xiaofan's current foundation and means, it was impossible for him to run away from Demon Emperor Qing Lin like he did in the past. He would not dare to plot against Demon Emperor Qing Lin before he even saw his shadow. Of course, the prerequisite was that Demon Emperor Qing Lin was seriously injured and his demonic power was depleted. If Demon Emperor Qing Lin was at his peak, he would be a ferocious demon that even the Great Sun Emperor and the Dragon Bone Saint Blade could not kill alone. Xiaofan would not dare to have any improper thoughts. Xiaofan sealed all the acupoints and flesh in his body. He exuded the aura of an ordinary person and walked into a bustling street. It seemed that this Sunshine City was a famous city that flourished in the western regions, an oasis in the desert. Just the street that Xiaofan saw was flourishing and prosperous. The street was bustling with people. There were big buildings and jade palaces everywhere. The atmosphere of the secular world was boiling. Its prosperity was not inferior to the important cities of some empires in the south region. People from all walks of life could be seen everywhere. Some beggars, some storytellers under the bridge, some merchants, some barefoot doctors, some old men blowing sugar figurines. There were all kinds of people, 72 professions, and they could be found everywhere. There were also some luxurious carriages traveling on the streets. Inside the carriages were the daughters of the rich and powerful. There were guards and maids serving them attentively beside the carriages. Xiaofan also heard all kinds of sounds. According to the previous book, the Storm Demon Emperor was like lightning. His demonic power was overwhelming and his demonic aura was surging to the sky, covering the sun and moon. He devoured all the living beings in a city in one breath. He was really cruel and merciless. A few demon heroes were so powerful that they trapped the Storm Demon Emperor in a barren mountain. Li Ji roast chicken. Freshly baked Li Ji roast chicken. It has crispy skin and tender meat. It's a dish from the East region. Come, everyone, try it. This is a famous snack in the East region. It's all the rage now. The East region is like a paradise. Everyone in the East region loves to eat Li Ji roast chicken. Brother Dongfang, I'm going to go to the South region now to seek help from Uncle. Xiaofan calmly walked on the street, and an almost undetectable demonic light flashed between his eyebrows. He scanned his surroundings, but did not find any demon clan figures on the long street. Moreover, the demon egg and Zhuo Bing Emperor's palm tattoo in his heart were also quiet and obedient. They did not give off any warning to the demons. I haven't found any demons yet. Xiaofan nodded slightly. Then, he carefully observed for a long time. At least, there were no other participants on the street. Everything is normal. Xiaofan smiled. Let's find a place like a restaurant and have a good meal. I'll also find out about the situation in Sunshine City. Xiaofan found a restaurant with a bright environment on the street and sat by the window on the second floor. He looked at the people outside the window and sighed. These are the civilians of Sunshine City. They were ordinary and busy. But they had no idea. At this moment, a ferocious demon sovereign and a large number of demon soldiers and generals had already infiltrated their home. Once these demons went berserk and became unbridled and rampant, this bustling city would be reduced to nothingness in an instant, and all living beings would be annihilated. All living beings will become food for the demons. They don't even have the ability to protect themselves. It's really sad and pitiful. Wait a moment. The population density of Sunshine City is too high. If the participants were to hunt the demon race or even each other here, I'm afraid that many innocent civilians would be implicated and killed when the true chi ripples are released. That's right. Killing civilians in the fourth stage of the test will result in a deduction of points. Xiaofan thought again. It seems that the difficulty of the fourth stage is really extraordinary. Not only do I have to earn enough points, but I can't kill civilians by mistake. I have to earn 10,500 points in 1 month. However, if I kill Demon Sovereign Qing Lin, I can easily pass the test with 100,000 points. I have to earn 10,500 points in 1 month. However, if I kill Demon Sovereign Qing Lin, I can easily pass the test with 100,000 points. Just as Xiaohan's thoughts were fluctuating, the waiter of the restaurant came over to serve him. Xiaofan took out some gold, silver, and jewelry from his storage ring and rewarded them to the waiter. He asked the waiter to sit down and have a detailed conversation, asking about the situation of Sunshine City in a roundabout way. After a series of questions, Xiaofan found out that Sunshine City was a famous city in the western region. It covered an area of more than 10,000 square kilometers and was extremely prosperous. It was just like a small country. Outside the city, there was a lone crane mountain range. There were many martial arts sects there, and some true Qi realm experts were born to protect Sunshine City from the demons' invasion. The population of Sunshine City might not be large, but there were tens of millions of people. There are tens of millions of people in one city. Xiaofan was shocked. Furthermore, the area it occupies is boundless. If that's the case, it won't be easy to find the demon clan, Garen, the other participants, and Fatty Zhu in such a large city within a month's time. I wonder where Fatty Zhu, Qing Tong, and the others were teleported to. I hope they haven't been killed by the other participants. Xiaofan prayed silently. However, it wasn't that easy to be killed by the other participants. Mistakenly killing non-designated participants would result in a deduction of 1,000 points. This was no small matter and could affect the points needed to pass the test. Xiaofan thought that his companions wouldn't be so unlucky as to run into the participants who were supposed to kill them. Sigh. Demon Monarch Qing Lin, Garen, where are you guys? Xiaofan was at a loss as he had just entered Sunshine City. Soon, Xiaofan calmed down and thought carefully. To pass the test, he needed 10,500 points. Even if he killed the designated target, he would only get 10,000 points. The remaining 500 points would definitely have to be obtained by killing the demons. Killing a demon soldier would only give him 1 point, and a demon general would give him 10 points. In other words, after killing the designated target, he would have to kill many demons to accumulate enough points to pass the test. Otherwise, he would have to hunt down Demon Monarch Qing Lin. From the looks of it, there must be many demons hiding in Sunshine City. Oh right, it's been a long time since a demon appeared in your Sunshine City, right? Xiaofan asked. Upon hearing Xiaofan suddenly mention the demon race, a frightened expression flashed across the attendant's eyes. Immediately, he lowered his voice and said, "Sir, to tell you the truth, there hasn't been a demon race in Sunshine City for hundreds of years. However, something strange happened last month." Oh? Xiaohan's heart skipped a beat as he asked hurriedly. What strange thing? In the center of Sunshine City, there's an uninhabited area. The Carol River runs through this barren area. Some fellows who have nothing better to do usually come to this uninhabited area to explore. Last month, an expedition team of a few hundred people entered the uninhabited region. In the end, only 3 people managed to escape. They did escape, but they all went crazy. They said that there was demonic aura in the uninhabited region, and that when night fell, there would be wailing and heart-wrenching. It was a bleak scene. This matter was very strange. Dear customer, tell me, if there were demons, why would they hibernate in the uninhabited region? Why don't they just enter the bustling city and harm the human race? Even if those explorers were lying, it doesn't make sense that only a few people came out of a few hundred people who went in. Did the others all die? How did they die? Could it be that there really are demons? Carol River? Uninhabited area? A thought flashed through Xiaofan's mind. Very quickly, he found out the exact location of the uninhabited area. After sending the attendant away, Xiaofan carved the word, egg, on the table without batting an eyelid. Then, he stood up and left the restaurant. To be continued. Chapter 200. From the waiter of the restaurant, Xiaofan learned some information that seemed to be related to the hunting game. After a simple meal and leaving a secret code, he directly left the restaurant. Calmly and unhurriedly strolled along the busy street, brushing shoulders with strangers, Xiaofan's mind began to spin. Hundreds of explorers went into the uninhabited area, and only 3 managed to escape. This incident happened a month ago, and the sects and empires guarding Sunshine City did not send any true Qi realm martial artists to investigate. They were completely indifferent to the matter. Could it be that he did it on purpose? Is the deserted area really related to the 4th round of the monster hero trial? Is it the lair of Demon Emperor Qing Lin and his subordinates? No matter what, I'll enter the deserted area and find a chance to kill Demon Emperor Qing Lin. Not only do I want to earn enough points, but I also have to get the Demon Emperor crystal. The World Annihilation Demon Saber is able to increase my combat strength by leaps and bounds. That is definitely an extraordinary attack-type demonic technique. In a situation where my demonic qi is abundant, I can rely on this technique to fight equally with outstanding demons like the Great Sun Emperor and the Dragon Bone Saint Saber without falling into a disadvantageous position. According to the waiter, this place was tens of thousands of miles away from the deserted area in the center of Sunshine City. It would take about half a month to travel by horse. If he transformed his true qi into a spirit turtle or ice qi dragon, it would take at most 1 day and 1 night to reach there. Forget it. It's not convenient for me to transform my true qi into a flying centipede in broad daylight and disturb the civilians. Moreover, I'll be discovered by the other contestants. I'll take action secretly at night. Xiaofan made up his mind and prepared to find an inn to rest for a while. After turning the long street, Xiaofan stepped into a deep alley. Shockingly, the demon egg that was hibernating in Xiaofan's heart. It moved slightly. A signal was emitted. The demon egg had sensed the demon race. Xiaofan stopped. He saw. This deep alley was funnel-shaped. The entrance was more than 10 feet wide and it got narrower the deeper one went. At the end of the alley was a cluster of bamboo with birds chirping. At the entrance of the deep alley, there were more than 10 stalls selling some handmade products and snacks. Xiao, a grain-sized crack appeared between Xiaofan's eyebrows. His demonic eyes flickered with an obscure and sharp demonic light. Xiaofan immediately saw the owner of a wonton stall with several wooden tables. The owner was a middle-aged man with sideburns. He was slowly cooking wontons for a few customers. Xiaofan's demonic eyes directly saw through the bearded man. Xiaofan could clearly see the demonic aura inside the bearded man's body, and the demonic veins that looked like ferocious dragons were rumbling. 2,487 demon veins. It's a demon general. Moreover, it is an extremely powerful demon general. Xiaofan immediately came to a conclusion. Awakened less than 10,000 demon veins. As a demon general. And, there are indeed demons disguised as humans hiding in the Sunshine City. Good, very good. Xiaofan's lips curled into a faint smile as he slowly walked towards the wonton stall. Cough cough. The bearded man coughed twice and stopped what he was doing. He raised his eyes and stared at Xiaofan. A strange demonic light flashed in his eyes as he said to Xiaofan with a strange smile on his face. "Dear customer, do you want to eat wontons?" "Heh." Xiaofan shook his head and laughed. He directly walked to the wooden table of the wonton stall and sat down. "Boss, I have some private matters to discuss with you. Can I have a word with you, he. There is nothing that cannot be said to others. Dear customer, if you have something to say, you can say it here. I, Chunda too, have lived in Sunshine City for more than 40 years. I have never done anything illegal. I have always been upright and have a good reputation among the neighbors. He. As he spoke, he put a bowl of wontons on the table and put his right hand on the shoulder of a middle-aged fat man. "Big brother Luo, your wonton. Eat slowly. Eat slowly." His right hand that was on the middle-aged fat man's shoulder flashed with a demonic light. Without a doubt, this demon general only needed to use a little bit of his demonic power to tear this middle-aged fat man into pieces in a breath's time. "N? You want me to refrain from taking action?" Xiaofan shook his head slightly. "Killing civilians by mistake will result in a deduction of points. Besides, I have no enmity with the people here. There is no need to implicate them." Looking at the demon general, Xiaofan's heart suddenly surged with an illusion. He felt that at this moment, he had already become a demon hero, mingling in the secular world to slay demons and eliminate devils. Upholding righteousness and chivalry, staying in the common inn, enjoying the jianghu, soaring to the heavens with heroic spirit, free and unfettered. Heh! The taste of being a demon hero is really great. Let's see how I, Xiaofan, will kill a demon general like you. Xiaofan's heart was filled with battle intent and heroic spirit. With a slight thought, Xiaofan took out a large amount of pearls, agate, gold, and silver from his storage ring and piled them on the wooden table. The pearls and treasures were shining brightly. A few customers who were eating wontons suddenly widened their eyes and stiffened their necks. Looking at the gold, silver, and treasures that Xiaofan had placed on the table, their throats rolled up and down. The other stall owners and customers also cast their gazes over. Their gazes were glued to the pearls and gems, unable to move away. "All right, these pearls and wealth, let's divide it among everyone." Xiaofan smiled casually. With both hands, he held up the glossy pearls and crystal-clear gems and threw them out of the alley with all his might. "Ah! Mine! Mine! Mine!" Dozens of people in the alley rushed out at the first moment. They surrounded and snatched the treasures as if they were crazy and hysterical. The demon general was stunned and immediately bared his teeth. His eyes were like torches, as if he wanted to swallow Xiaofan in one gulp. "Let's go!" Xiaofan suddenly stood up and pressed his hand on the demon general's shoulder. He dragged the demon general to the end of the alley. "Damn it! Human race! You are the demon hero?" The demon general let out a tragic roar. His entire body bowed and then expanded inch by inch. In an instant, his mouth was like a sea of blood, his eyes like the sun and moon, his head like a mountain. 2,487 demon veins surged at the same time, causing every hair on his body to emit a monstrous demonic aura. A demonic river surged under his feet. The air around him seemed to be turbulent. An extremely ferocious aura enveloped Xiaofan. Xiaofan was fearless and pressed with his right hand. A power that could tear the heaven and earth apart. It surged out like a torrent. Endless star, sand and nebula burst out. Pooh! 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 Before the demon general could complete his transformation, his entire body cracked inch by inch and exploded like a porcelain tile. He was actually crushed by Xiaofan. Xiao xiao xiao, before the demon corpse exploded, the tattoo on Xiaofan's left biscuit emperor's palm throbbed and gushed out a violent suction force, completely swallowing the essence of the demon corpse. Wang wang wang, after sucking the demon general's corpse dry, Xiaofan's left biscuit emperor's palm. He had awakened a total of 100 demon veins in one go. At the same time, the jade token in Xiaofan's bosom also started to tremble slightly. Xiaofan reached into his robe and took out the jade token. The jade token glowed with a misty light. Finally, inside the sparkling and translucent jade token, under the number 4, there was a flash of light. A few small words appeared again. Points, 10. I just killed a demon general. This jade token immediately shows the points. How magical. Hee hee. Not bad. This young master has already earned 10 points. I'm only 10,490 points away from passing the test. Ha ha ha. Xiaofan smiled and immediately turned to leave the alleyway. At the entrance of the alleyway, a large group of secular people were still fighting over the gold and silver that Xiaofan had thrown out. They were completely unaware that Xiaofan had already killed the demon general. Xiaofan quickly left the alleyway and disappeared into the vast crowd without a sound. Alright. I can't compete with you guys. I'll stop. An old woman with a hunched back stood up and squeezed out of the crowd step by step. As soon as she squeezed out of the alleyway, the dry skin on her wrinkled face suddenly emitted a warm luster. All the wrinkles on her face dispersed and the age spots faded away. Her hunched back straightened all of a sudden. Her whole body emitted a flawless aura. Runes were rolling in her eyes and her aura was extremely strong. She looked at the direction where Xiaofan disappeared and nodded slightly. This young man is not bad. Contestant number 4 is called Xiaofan. He actually suppressed his cultivation to the point that it was as calm as an ancient well. He suddenly made a move and killed a demon general in an instant. He was silent and his methods were thunderous. He also has some secrets of the demon race. I'm responsible for monitoring the contestant number 4, Xiaofan's competition process. This young man is amazing, really amazing. The level of this year's Demon Hero preliminaries is too high. It can be seen from the contestant number 4, Xiaofan. After murmuring to herself for a short while, the old woman also disappeared into the crowd. She seemed to be walking very slowly, but after a few breaths, she disappeared without a trace as if she had evaporated from the world. If someone had seen it, they would have been horrified. In a restaurant in Sunshine City. On the second floor by the window, a young man in clothes whiter than snow was sitting. He was very clean from head to toe, without a speck of dust. There was a faint light flashing on his body. His eyebrows were like swords, and his temperament was very sharp. The skin on his face was crystal clear like jade, but it gave people a feeling of heaviness. However, his eyes were long and narrow like a wolf's. At first glance, people could tell that he was an extreme person who could not tolerate others. He was drinking, and there was some expression of thinking in his eyes. At this moment, Senior Brother Yun, a very young man, came forward. He was wearing a black shirt and black pants, and his eyes were so black that they were shining. His whole body emitted a kind of terrible desolate aura. Behind the black-clothed young man was a man with a face like jade, and the temperament of a king. Junior Brother Ma, this person seems to be the Crown Prince of Lingshan of the southern region? The white-clothed young man was still sitting, not moving at all. Yes, Senior Brother Yun, I just walked around the area and did not find any people from our Devil Hero region, nor did I find any trace of eldest Senior Brother. However, I met the Crown Prince of Lingshan of the southern region. The black-clothed young man said. Hello, friend from the Devil Hero region. The Crown Prince of Lingshan nodded slightly, and an imperceptible flattering expression flashed in his eyes. Hmm. Senior brother Yun looked at the Crown Prince of Lingshan arrogantly and said coldly. A contestant from the southern region? That bastard Xiaofan is also from the southern region, and he is our sworn enemy. It can be said that we have no good impression of any contestant from the southern region now. What are you doing here? Heh. The Crown Prince of Lingshan laughed. My friend, my target is a participant from the wasteland. Therefore, we don't have any conflict of interest. We can't be enemies, because if you accidentally kill a non-designated target, you will lose points. The Crown Prince of Lingshan also sat down. I also know that Xiaofan has a grudge against everyone from the Devil Hero region. Moreover, the leader of the younger generation of the Devil Hero region, Garen, is hunting Xiaofan. Crown Prince of Lingshan, what are you trying to say? Senior brother Yun said arrogantly. Ha ha ha. It's nothing. Xiaofan is very arrogant. Although we are both from the southern region, we don't have any friendship. Not only do we not have any friendship, but I also dislike Xiaofan. What I mean is that we should work together to deal with Xiaofan. Of course, my request is that the people from the Devil Hero region help me hunt down the contestant from the Great Wilderness. Crown Prince of Lingshan, don't keep us in suspense. Tell us your plan. The black-clothed young man urged. All right. The Crown Prince of Lingshan nodded. What I mean is that I will also do my best to search for Xiaofan. Although I don't have any relationship with Xiaofan, we're both from the southern domain. As long as I can find Xiaofan, he won't be too wary of me. When the time comes, I'll stabilize Xiaofan, and you guys can set a trap. When the time comes, we'll join hands and kill Xiaofan. Also, if we can find Xiaofan's companions, we can also lure the snake out of the hole. Heh. Crown Prince of Lingshan, you are from the southern region. Why should we believe you? Senior brother Yun smiled coldly. You have no reason to not believe me, the Crown Prince of Lingshan. Firstly, everyone knows that the Devil Hero region is powerful. Garen's cultivation base is unparalleled and his luck covers the sky. Xiaofan is definitely not a match for Garen. Xiaofan going against the talents of the Devil Hero region is no different from hitting a rock with an egg. As the saying goes, a wise man submits to circumstances. In this world, it doesn't matter if we have one more friend or one less enemy. In the future, we will all become devil heroes. In some places, I will need to rely on you guys and brother Garen. Secondly, I can't stand Xiaofan's arrogance. Are these two reasons enough? The Crown Prince of Lingshan smiled. Senior brother Yun tapped his fingers on the table a few times and nodded slightly. Alright, Crown Prince of Lingshan, I will leave a way for you to send a message. You will be responsible for searching for Xiaofan and his companions. Don't worry, we will help you find your hunting targets and cripple them. We will hand them over to you to kill and earn points. Alright, let's have a happy cooperation. The Crown Prince of Lingshan smiled with satisfaction. In addition, I have a close friend, Tian from the Oceanus sect in the southern region. I hope you too can help me find her as well. If we find Tian, we will work together to search for the whereabouts of Xiaofan and his companions. Alright, let's do that. Senior brother Yun nodded. He took out a dozen talismans and handed them to the Crown Prince of Lingshan. This talisman is burned with true qi. It is a unique communication method for the younger generation of the Devil Hero region. It is effective within 100 miles. The Crown Prince of Lingshan kept the talisman in satisfaction, got up and left. This kind of aphids can only be used. How dare they try to climb up the ranks of the younger generation of the Devil Hero region? What an idiot. Senior brother Yun's face was full of contempt and disdain. He paused for a moment. Junior brother Ma, later when we go out, burn the communication talisman and gather the people. Also, look around and see if there are any signs left behind. Yes, Senior Brother Yun. The young man in black nodded and smiled. Senior Brother Yun, if we find Xiaofan and his people for Senior Brother, it will be a great achievement. Of course. This time, Xiaofan will definitely die in the hands of Senior Brother and become a stepping stone for Senior Brother's rise. And all the participants of the Devil Hero region will undoubtedly become the new generation of Devil Heroes. We will live up to our master's expectations. To be continued. Chapter 201. The climate of the Western Desert was magical and ever-changing. It was extremely hot during the day and extremely cold at night. At night, almost all the civilians in Sunshine City would close their doors, causing the streets of the city to emit a lonely and secluded atmosphere. Xiaofan strolled along the streets, sensing the surroundings with the dormant demon egg in his heart and the demon sovereign's palm tattoo on his left arm. Roar, a dull roar was heard. Demon chi was rising and a fishy smell came from the left side. A black shadow rushed out from a narrow alley. It was a human figure with the speed of a galloping horse. Its 5 fingers were like hooks and it directly grabbed at Xiaofan. It was a demon lurking in the darkness, waiting to devour people. A demon light flashed between Xiaofan's eyebrows. He scanned with his demon eyes and saw clearly that there were 8 demon veins rolling in the body of this demon. TSK. A small demon soldier. Xiaofan poked out with his right index finger. With a poochie sound, the demon soldier was smashed into pieces. The demon body was absorbed by the demon sovereign's palm tattoo on his left arm and turned into nothingness. Buzz, the jade token in his chest trembled slightly. Xiaofan took out the jade token and looked at it. Kill a demon soldier, gain 1 point. Xiaofan was bored and put the jade token back. For the whole day, Xiaofan wandered around the corner of Sunshine City. He killed 3 demon generals and 10 demon soldiers, earning a total of 40 points. It was a far cry from the 10,500 points needed to become a demon hero. It was like the difference between heaven and earth. Hunting in a busy area like this will only earn me a few dozen points a day. It's meaningless. Moreover, it may affect innocent civilians and deduct points. Forget it. I'll go straight to the desolate area tonight. Xiaofan made up his mind and unsealed all the true acupoints in his body. After participating in the Devil Hero preliminaries, Xiaofan's flesh shell, indestructible golden body, and demon sovereign's palm all improved by leaps and bounds. However, in terms of true chi cultivation, his progress was not great. So far, he had only opened 33 true acupoints. This preliminaries was too intense. Xiaofan did not have much time and energy to open his acupoints and improve his true chi realm. Moreover, his true chi cultivation method seemed to be of little value now. Now, Xiaofan only wanted to pass the stage as soon as possible and become a devil hero. Then, he could properly comprehend his true chi. Whoosh whoosh whoosh, the 33 true acupoints shone with light as resplendent as the stars. It shot into the night sky and rapidly turned into a colossal spirit turtle. It shook its head and wagged its tail. Ancient and obscure oracle bone inscriptions floated on its impenetrable shell. Xiaofan jumped onto the spirit turtle and sat cross-legged on its back. With a thought, the spirit turtle soared and sped up, turning into a stream of light and flying towards the desolate area in the forbidden area in. The spirit turtle's true chi was extremely wondrous. It was skilled at hiding and suppressing the fluctuations of true chi, allowing the spirit turtle to move through the night sky silently. It was extremely difficult to detect unless they were very close. Like a comet, the spirit turtle shot through the beautiful night sky filled with stars. Demon Emperor Qing Lin. Xiaofan sat cross-legged and was as steady as a rock. His eyes burned with battle intent. Time has passed. I, Xiaofan, am no longer that weak youth from back then. On the other hand, you, Demon Emperor Qing Lin, are seriously injured and your demonic power has been greatly damaged. You are no longer as mighty as before. Sunshine City Central Area. Sunshine. It was an uninhabited area for thousands of years. The place was vast and overgrown. The ancient and great Carlisle River flowed through it. It was a place where people and beasts rarely came throughout the year. However, at this moment, this area was filled with demonic chi that covered the sky. The most powerful and evil demonic aura gathered in the void and did not disperse. Vaguely, miserable screams and roars were leaking out of the aura. The demonic sound that could pierce through people's souls penetrated all directions, shattering gold and stones. Every blade of grass, every tree, every mountain, and every rock had been corroded by the demonic chi. They became demon mountains, demon trees, and demon stones. Even the Carlisle River was not spared. It turned into a demon river. Under a huge demon mountain that reached the sky, there stood an extremely quiet white-robed man. He looked to be around 25 or 26 years old. His face was as beautiful as jade, and he was extremely handsome. His long black hair was casually draped over his shoulders, fluttering in the demonic wind. His hair was soft, and each strand was light and agile. However, his eyes were blood-red. Like a boundless sea of blood, he emitted a demonic and evil aura that was brewing the most terrifying and brutal killing intent. Devouring all living beings. Rays of glazed demonic chi radiated from his body. It was beautiful and otherworldly. The demonic chi was dense and the demonic chi filled the air. It seemed like it could turn a pure land into a paradise for demons and a kingdom for demons at any time. Every move of his had an irresistible majesty. It was the demonic aura of a king that ruled the world and controlled the vastness of the world. Demon Emperor. Demon Emperor Qing Lin. His demonic chi was monstrous and his demonic strength was boundless. With a world-destroying demonic blade, he swept through the western region and killed countless demons. He was Demon Emperor Qing Lin. At this moment, behind Demon Emperor Qing Lin, there were still many ferocious demons standing under the majestic demon mountain. Some of them were demon generals, while others were demon soldiers. All the demons stood motionless, like a well-trained demon army. Buzz buzz buzz, at the foot of the demon mountain, there was a demonic forest not far away that was enshrouded with a mysterious spatial force. It was as if a spatial door had been opened, causing demon generals and demon soldiers to be teleported over from other places continuously. Your Majesty. Let's counterattack, said a demon general. We've been trapped here by those damned demons for more than a month. This is Sunshine City. There are tens of millions of human beings here. As long as we devour them, our emperor's injured body will be able to recover to its peak state. We can kill our way out of the encirclement. Kill our way out of the encirclement? Demon Emperor Qing Lin sneered. A demonic song could be heard from his body, as if a lonely soul was wailing and crying. It was extremely terrifying. This time, there are some supreme experts among the human demons that I can't deal with. I'm heavily injured and my demonic strength is almost depleted, Emperor. Why would those evil heroes open up a space-time gate here and continuously teleport your tribe here? Another demon general asked in confusion. Emperor. Why would those evil heroes open up a space-time gate here and continuously teleport your tribe here? We've fallen into a game of the human race, said Demon Emperor Qing Lin coldly. A game? The group of demon generals were confused. It's a test. The selection of the new generation of demons of the human race. Demon Emperor Qing Lin's voice was filled with anger and unwillingness. This emperor has already become the prey of the new generation of evil heroes. How ridiculous. Furthermore, this emperor has been warned not to enter Sunshine City and devour those aphid-like civilians. Otherwise, this emperor will be directly killed. Do you know that this time, the human race has deployed hundreds of the strongest evil heroes to control this game? Damn it! Why would they open a spatial door and teleport my tribe here? Prey. All of them are prey. Roar. Demon Emperor Qing Lin roared at the sky. The demonic qi above his head turned into a river, causing the space to explode inch by inch. A large area of mountains and rivers was destroyed. When a demon emperor was enraged, the mountains and rivers would turn into ashes. Your Majesty, please calm down, Your Majesty, although you're injured, those human rookies are definitely not a match for you. The group of demon generals roared. It said that these rookies are the strongest elites of the younger generation of the human race. When my demonic strength was at its peak, I naturally wouldn't care about them. But now... Demon Emperor Qing Lin muttered. In this game, although I can't prey on the ordinary humans in Sunshine City, I can counterattack and kill those young demons who are participating in the selection of demons, in that case. Your Majesty. In that case, you can hunt those rookies to nourish your demon body and replenish your demonic strength. As long as you can restore your peak, you might be able to fight your way out. The group of demon generals vowed. Listen, all of you patrol around this area. Once you find those human rookies, attack them immediately. Capture them and let me devour them. I'll also sense them and sneak into Sunshine City to kill them. Humph. How dare you treat me as your prey? Then, I'll definitely make you stupid humans pay the price. Demon Emperor Qing Lin's body shone brightly with demonic qi and demon talismans. Yes, Your Majesty. More and more of our troops are being teleported here. There are already 100,000 demon soldiers and over 1,000 demon generals. Your Majesty, as long as you give the order, we will sweep through Sunshine City in an instant and kill all the humans in Sunshine City. Blood will flow like a river and corpses will fill the field. A demon general with horns on his head roared fiercely. Many demon generals and demon soldiers walked out of the demon forest in an endless stream. At this moment, Your Majesty, I can sense the true qi fluctuation of the human race. A few human martial artists are approaching this area. Your Majesty, it must be those rookies who are trying to hunt us. A demon general laughed strangely. Capture them. Demon Emperor Qing Lin gave the order. Yes. Xiao, a large group of demon generals and demon soldiers rushed out of this area and killed the humans who were spying on them. Demon Emperor Qing Lin's blood-red eyes swept towards the west and his lips curled into a sinister smile. They're really not afraid of death. As soon as he finished speaking, boom, Demon Emperor Qing Lin clawed out and the entire night sky seemed to be bathed in evil demonic light. Demonic qi swirled around like a world-destroying demonic dragon. Ah! A heart-wrenching scream was heard. Puchi! Demon Emperor Qing Lin retracted his claws and held a bloody human arm in his hand. He is indeed powerful. He actually managed to escape. Demon Emperor Qing Lin frowned slightly. In the next moment, he suddenly opened his bloody mouth and swallowed the arm in an instant. Crunch. 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 Suddenly. What? Demon Emperor Qing Lin's body suddenly shook. Two beams of light shot out from his demonic eyes and shot into the void far away. That guy is actually here. That guy is approaching me. That's great. That's great. Demon Emperor Qing Lin's voice was sharp and it was almost trembling. It's actually that guy. I know that guy is hiding the secrets of the demon race, secrets that are extremely attractive to me. As long as I devour that guy, not only will I be able to recover from my injuries, I might even be able to mutate. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. As long as I devour that guy, I will slaughter all the demons and tens of millions of living beings in Sunshine City. I will completely slaughter the city and devour them all. As soon as he finished speaking, Swoosh! Demon Emperor Qing Lin turned into a demonic light and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Xiaofan's true qi turned into a spirit turtle and flew through the night sky. He was going to the barren forbidden area in the center of Sunshine City. Demon Emperor Qing Lin and the other tribes might be there. It will probably take a few more hours to reach my destination, Xiaofan thought. However, at this moment, a hair-raising feeling of danger suddenly enveloped Xiaofan. A pair of blood-red demonic eyes that emitted a terrifying demonic aura suddenly appeared in Xiaofan's mind. The monstrous evil intent immediately grabbed Xiaofan. Furthermore, there was a faint mocking laughter ringing in his head. The demonic sound echoed. The red eyes were like the sea of blood and the moon of blood. Demon Emperor Qing Lin. It's Demon Emperor Qing Lin. It found me. Xiaofan blurted out. To be continued. Chapter 202. In the center of Sunshine City, the desolate area was overflowing with demonic qi that blotted out the sky. Some small-scale battles were happening at the periphery of the desolate area. Boom! A participant of the Great Wilderness threw a punch in the air. Dense scales and the shadows of wild beasts bloomed in the fist wind. Swan and I, Horned Dragon, Zhenhou, all of them appeared. The powerful and violent force pierced through the heaven and earth, forming a destructive tornado that tore the demon soldiers and demon generals apart. Demonic blood gushed out. As expected, the center of Sunshine City is the demon lair. There are countless demon soldiers and demon generals hibernating there. There's even a faint demon emperor's aura. It's no small matter. Forget it. Let's stop here for today. I've earned 50 points. Let's retreat. When we meet up with the people of the Great Wilderness, led by the Azure Dragon Crown Prince, we'll annihilate this demon lair and kill Demon Emperor Qing Lin. The participant of the Great Wilderness crushed a group of demon soldiers with a punch again. His body moved and the qi waves surged to the sky as he calmly escaped. A participant of the eastern region shot out hundreds of thick sword qi from his body, distorting the space. His sword technique was invincible. Wherever the sword light passed, everything was destroyed. He killed countless demon soldiers in a breath's time. Ha ha ha. Big Brother Huang. I can't believe I've found you here. A short and stocky man walked out from the shadows. Suddenly, his right hand reached out in reverse. Streams of air were like dragons, locking down space, directly grabbing the neck of a demon general. It was as if he was grabbing a little chick. With a squeeze, the demon general was directly crushed into powder. The short and stocky man casually threw away the broken demon corpse in his hand. Big Brother Huang, I've heard about you for a long time. Your sword technique is well known in the eastern region. Some people even call you the #1 sword cultivator of the younger generation in the eastern region. Now that I've seen you today, you're indeed worthy of your reputation. The real sword doesn't just seek to be sharp and kill the world. I hope that this sword light can illuminate the ruins in the hearts of the common people, said the sword cultivator indifferently. Alright. This place is also very dangerous. There are a lot of demons. We won't be able to hold them off if we trigger a flood of demons. Let's retreat first and find the leader of the eastern region, Zhangsun Wuhan. Let's go. Outside this forbidden zone, where the demonic aura was swirling wildly, the Carlisle River was surging violently. There were also densely packed demon soldiers and demon generals hibernating in the river, spewing out terrifying demonic aura that filled the heavens and the earth. At this moment, on the other side of the river, a man in snow-white robes appeared. He slowly walked over as though he was taking a stroll in the park. His expression was noble and holy, and his head was wrapped in a layer of white cloth. His eyes were closed, and his appearance was solemn and dignified. His aura was smooth and flawless, and there was not the slightest bit of sharpness about him. He did not launch any attacks, but wherever he went, the demonic chi would be purified. He stepped on the surface of the river, and the river that had been polluted by the demonic aura suddenly became clear. The demonic aura in the river was all purified, and the river water was pure and untainted. As it flowed, crystal-clear lotus flowers slowly rose from the surface of the river. It was a spectacular sight. The demon soldiers and demon generals in the river didn't even have time to wail before they died. It was Garen. He was the leader of the younger generation of the Devil Hero region. Xiaofan's nemesis, Garen. Garen was calm as he stepped onto the shore and continued to walk. He did not make any unnecessary movements, and wherever he went, the demons would die. An ancient Buddha's shadow appeared above his head. The Buddha's light shone brightly, and the sky was clear for thousands of miles. Any demon, be it demon soldiers or demon generals, would instantly turn into green smoke once they were illuminated by the Buddha's light. They were completely purified and destroyed. The jade plate in Garen's arms kept making soft and trembling sounds, and his points kept rising. Suddenly, Garen stopped and raised his head slightly. Above his head, a blazing demonic light swept past like a meteor. Such a powerful demonic aura. Garen still kept his eyes closed. This shocking demonic aura should belong to Demon Monarch Qinglin. He's too powerful and evil. Even if he's severely injured, it's still difficult to kill him. If I, Garen, want to kill this Demon Monarch Qinglin alone, I'll have to pay a huge price. I might even die together with him. Unless my Buddha's art is perfected and I open my eyes, I'll be invincible and sweep the world. Xiaofan. Where are you? Show yourself and let me kill you. At this moment, boom. 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 Thousands of azure dragons descended from the sky, illuminating the entire night sky. Each azure dragon was like the fist of a demon god, crashing down like a meteor shower. The space was torn apart, and a large group of demon soldiers and demon generals were smashed into ashes. In the next moment, the countless azure dragons gathered together and formed a human figure. He was wearing a dragon robe, and his body was full of vitality. His eyes looked down on the world. He was the leader of the younger generation of the Great Wilderness, the Tsang Dragon Crown Prince. Garen? You're here to kill demons too? The Tsang Dragon Crown Prince was slightly stunned. Garen did not answer. Garen, there's nothing between us for now. Your target is Xiaofan from the southern region, and my target is Xiaofan's companion, that wretched fatty. The Tsang Dragon Crown Prince smiled. Garen, why don't we work together? You should know that the children of the Great Wilderness have the most participants in the 4th round of the Hex Hero trial. There are 942 people, more than the 4 regions and the Hex Hero region combined. What do you think? Shall we work together to hunt down Xiaofan and his companions? Garen smiled without saying anything. The Tsang Dragon Crown Prince continued. Although there are a lot of demons here, we won't be able to earn any points by killing them. A demon general is only worth 10 points. What's the point? The passing score is 10,500 points. It seems that we have to kill a specific target and get the 10,000 points to pass. As for killing the injured demon monarch Qinglin, I don't think I can do it. Garen shook his head slightly. I, Garen, will find Xiaofan soon. There's no need to work together. Whoosh! Xiaofan urged the spirit turtle to turn and flash in the night sky, trying to get away from demon monarch Qinglin. However, in Xiaofan's mind, demon monarch Qinglin's crimson demon eyes were getting clearer and clearer. The terrifying and evil thoughts were like maggots in his bones, impossible to get rid of. The sense of crisis was getting more and more urgent. Ever since senior brother Fong Ling brought me to the western region to break through to the true energy realm, demon monarch Qinglin discovered the secret of the demon egg in my heart. This big demon seemed to have left a mark in my mind. It made the distance between me and it. When it reaches a certain level, it will spy on me and see through me. Now that I'm in Sunshine City with it, it will naturally be able to find me effortlessly. It's getting closer. Xiaofan was also nervous. What should I do now? I will definitely fight with Demon Monarch Qinglin for its Demon Emperor Crystal and the 100,000 points. Forget it. Fight with all my might. I'll fight with Demon Monarch Qinglin. I won't kill it this time. I won't have such a great opportunity in the future. Xiaohan's mind was filled with countless thoughts. Well, killing a demon emperor was no laughing matter. It required great courage, perseverance, and determination. Not only that, but it also required extraordinary battle prowess. In fact, it even required a bit of luck. At this moment, boom 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 boom, streaks of glassy demonic chi that resembled dragons surged over from all directions. It shrouded Xiaofan. In an instant, the entire space was instantly sealed. As a result, no matter which direction Xiaofan tried to escape in, it was useless. All of his escape routes had been sealed. It's finally here. Xiaohan's heart sank. He immediately activated his saber, intent to cut off the panic and fear in his mind. Xiaohan's eyes rolled around a few times. He licked his dry lips. The spirit turtle disintegrated into rays of true energy and entered all of Xiaohan's true acupoints. He firmly sealed off his powerful flesh shell and indestructible golden body. He also sealed off the faint ripples of the demon monarch's palm tattoo on his left arm. He only revealed his cultivation base of stage 4 true energy. His 33 pentagram true acupoints shone brightly in the dark night. Xiaofan floated in the air without moving. Gaga gaga, so it's really you. Young man, we meet again. Demon Monarch Qinglin's sinister voice could be heard from all directions, sending chills down one's spine. If a human with a weak will heard this voice, his spirit would definitely collapse. Pucci, the space in front of Xiaofan was torn apart like a curtain. Demon Monarch Qinglin walked in the air, his demonic aura fluctuating. His blood-red eyes released a terrifying aura that caused the heaven and earth to tremble. You. Demon Monarch Qinglin. How did you find me? Xiaofan pretended to be terrified and in pain. Why did I meet you the moment I arrived at the Sunshine City of the Western region? You. Demon Monarch Qinglin. Ha ha ha. Demon Monarch Qinglin stopped 100 steps away from Xiaofan. He even stuck out his tongue and licked his lips. He swallowed his saliva and his aura was extremely greedy and fanatical. If I'm not mistaken, this is the third time we've met. The first time was in the Western region, where you followed a group of foolish heroes to surround and kill me. The second time was in the setting Sun Mountain Range, where you surrounded and killed that cowardly demon emperor Bei Xian. You have improved very quickly. In just a few years, you have already reached the 4th level of true Qi from the fleshly body realm. Furthermore, your spirit and bearing have the demeanor of an expert. You are here to participate in this year's Demon Hero Selection Competition, right? Yes. So what if I am? Xiaofan stammered with a flustered expression. He pretended to retreat as he spoke. Demon Monarch Qinglin was not in a hurry to kill Xiaofan. He was calm and composed, as if he had everything under control. Alright, this space has been sealed by my demonic power. You can't escape and no one can save you for now. That way, I'll have plenty of time to enjoy the delicious food that the demon god has bestowed upon me. He placed his right hand on his heart and his expression became extremely sincere. Praise the demon god for bestowing such an opportunity upon me. Young man, I knew that you must be hiding a secret of the demon race from the first time I saw you. Although this emperor doesn't know what it is, this emperor is very clear that as long as this emperor eats you, then, gaga, the quality of this emperor's bloodline will probably increase greatly, and even mutate. Ha ha ha. Once I become a mutated demon monarch, I'll be able to get through this predicament easily. I'll eat all the powerful heroes that trapped me. I'll eat all the living beings in this city. Eat them all. Ha 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 ha. Demon monarch Qing Lin became a little hysterical. There's no point in killing other rookies. Even if I eat them, I won't be able to restore my demonic power to its peak. I'll still die in the hands of those damned heroes. But if I eat you, everything will be different. Ha 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 ha. Those heroes are too stupid. How dare they give you a tonic that contains the secret of the demon race to me? Ha ha ha. They're courting death. They're completely courting death. As he spoke, demon monarch Qing Lin walked towards Xiaofan step by step. Ha ha ha. When I'm killing rookies like you, those powerful heroes won't interfere. This is a test for you. Ha ha ha, don't. Don't come over. Xiaofan's face was filled with fear. At the same time, while demon monarch Qing Lin was getting carried away, he secretly opened his demonic eye and took a quick glance. In demon monarch Qing Lin's demonic body, countless demonic veins crisscrossed like capillaries. On his glabella, there was a demon emperor crystal that shone like stars and was enshrouded in ancient demonic runes. This demon emperor crystal was a few times bigger than the 2 demon emperor crystals that Xiaofan had obtained. Furthermore, there were 80,000 demonic veins in demon monarch Qing Lin's demonic body. This was too terrifying, too shocking. 80,000 demonic veins belonged to a high-level demon monarch. No wonder senior brother Fong Ling and dozens of demons were almost annihilated when they attacked demon monarch Qing Lin. Last time in the western region, if it wasn't for the appearance of the great Sun Emperor, senior brother Fong Ling's corpse would have turned cold. Even so, the great Sun Crown Prince was injured. In fact, if it was a one-on-one battle, the great Sun Emperor would probably not be a match for demon monarch Qing Lin. He would need many demons to attack him together in order to injure him. Moreover, he could only injure him and make him escape. It's difficult to kill him directly. Xiaofan's heart was in turmoil. However, Xiaofan could clearly see that among the 80,000 demonic veins in demon monarch Qing Lin's body, 50,000 had already dried up and withered, leaving only 30,000 demonic veins that contained demonic power. Even so, these 30,000 demonic veins possessed a terrifying power of 3 million cauldrons with just a slight activation. It could collapse mountains and split the earth, extinguishing everything. Not to mention that he still had the world-destroying demon blade. I must catch him off guard and launch a sneak attack. Only then can I kill this demon monarch Qing Lin. Furthermore, I must not let him pull out the world-destroying demon blade. Xiaofan thought. Don't kill me. Xiaofan retreated while activating his true qi. Boom! A tortoise shell instantly took shape and slashed towards demon monarch Qing Lin like a sharp blade. Ha ha ha! Demon monarch Qing Lin let out a disdainful demonic laugh. He grabbed with his right hand and crushed the tortoise shell into pieces. Too weak. Ha ha ha! In my eyes, you're no different from an aphid. Demon monarch Qing Lin laughed maniacally. At the same time, the demon monarch tattoo on Xiaofan's left arm throbbed slightly. More than 20,000 demonic veins injected pure and tremendous demonic power into the 2 demon emperor crystals. The power of his flesh shell was also gradually breaking free from the seal of the spirit turtle true qi. Xiaofan was preparing his strongest attack. To be continued. Chapter 203. Demon Emperor Qing Lin walked towards Xiaofan step by step. He did not even raise his demonic power to its strongest state, completely treating Xiaofan as an aphid or a mayfly. That made sense. A human martial artist at the 4th level of true qi could be crushed by a single breath of demonic energy when Demon Emperor Qing Lin was at his peak. Even though his demonic power was greatly reduced now, he could still crush Xiaofan with a slight movement of his finger. Even if a giant beast was severely injured, it was still a giant beast. It was not something that an ant could provoke and bite. "I'll fight you to the death." Xiaohan's true qi fluctuated like a tidal wave. A strand of saber intent instantly cut through the air and slashed towards Demon Emperor Qinglin. You've actually comprehended saber intent. Not bad. Demon Emperor Qinglin was slightly stunned. His black hair fluttered in the wind from the sharp saber qi. However, his reaction was extremely fast, and he grabbed the saber intent at lightning speed and extinguished it. The saber intent did not cause any substantial damage to Demon Emperor Qinglin. It only cut some of his hair. This is your strongest attack, right? Alright. Become this emperor's delicious meal and this emperor's mutated tonic. After I eat you, all the living beings in this city will die. Not even a blade of grass will grow. Demon Emperor Qinglin's demonic qi suddenly went berserk. Streams of demonic qi were like evil dragons, rampaging unscrupulously and violently. The world was in chaos. He grabbed towards Xiaofan. Rumble. The endless airflow in this space suddenly collapsed inwards, creating a terrifying suction force that pulled Xiaofan. The true qi in Xiaohan's 33 true acupoints was completely uncontrollable and was forcefully pulled out. Demon Emperor Qinglin's casual attack caused demonic qi to fill the air and whirlpools to form. Extracting true qi. Creating a vacuum. An obscure and evil demonic sound was sung from its demonic body. Its aura rose infinitely, like a peak demonic mountain, wanting to pierce a hole through the blue dome of heaven. In the void far away, a man and a woman floated in the air. They were Chen Shifeng and Leng Ruyu. They were watching the battle between Xiaofan and Demon Emperor Qinglin from 1,000 miles away. Nearby, there were also some traces of true qi fluctuations, indicating that there were other chivalrous swordsmen paying attention to them. How strange, Demon Emperor Qinglin actually rushed out of his lair and spared no effort to kill Xiaofan. Leng Ruyu was slightly suspicious. There are faint traces of the demon race's secret methods on Xiaofan, but it's not worth it for Demon Emperor Qinglin to choose Xiaofan from more than 1,000 contestants, right? Heh. Chen Fading Wind laughed but did not say anything. In his eyes, a strange light flashed. He thought to himself, it seems. Demon Emperor Qinglin had sensed the secret of Xiaohan's left arm being the palm of the great Demon Emperor. Shifeng, you insist that Xiaofan will win the battle between Xiaohan and Garen. However, it seems like Garen doesn't even need to do anything. Young Xiaohan will die under Demon Emperor Qinglin's world-destroying demon blade. A hint of regret flashed across Leng jade-like eyes. To think that such a fine jade would die prematurely. What a pity. There are strict orders from above that we are not to interfere with the contestants' assessment. Otherwise, Ruyu must save Xiaohan. Ha ha ha. Chen Fading Wind was more relaxed. Xiaohan might not necessarily die in the hands of Demon Emperor Qinglin. Ruyu, Xiaohan has been suppressing the power of his flesh to give Demon Emperor Qinglin a fatal blow when Demon Emperor Qinglin was unprepared. In fact, Xiaohan had been pretending to be weak from the beginning. He even pretended to use true qi to attack Demon Emperor Qinglin as if he was putting up a desperate struggle. In fact, he was lowering Demon Emperor Qinglin's guard. This kid is quite cunning. Ruyu, you and I both know that as long as Demon Emperor Qinglin uses the world-destroying demon blade, Xiaohan will definitely die no matter how many tricks he has up his sleeves. However, if Xiaohan can make Demon Emperor Qinglin disdain to use his blade, Xiaohan will have a chance to kill this great demon. Kill Demon Emperor Qinglin? Shifeng. You're getting more and more ridiculous. Leng Ruyu shook her head. How can Xiaohan kill Demon Emperor Qinglin? To Xiaohan, the most optimistic outcome would be to escape with injuries and not be killed by Demon Emperor Qing Lin on the spot. But if he does that, Xiaofan will lose the ability to fight against Garen. On the ground, in a quiet and elegant courtyard, an old woman and two skinny old men were sitting in a pavilion. Although the three of them were old, they were hale and hearty. Their skin was as clear as jade and there were powerful runes rolling in their eyes. Their auras were like dragons. They were not ordinary people. Sigh. What a pity. Contestant number 4, the young Xiaofan, is a rare genius. He's smart and brave, and he cultivates both true qi and body. I didn't expect that he would be destroyed by Demon Emperor Qing Lin tonight. This old woman was the senior demon hero who was secretly monitoring Xiaofan. It seemed like she admired Xiaofan a lot. She sighed. This old woman loves Xiaofan. If this young man doesn't die, he will become a demon hero in the future and become famous. Helpless. Helpless. If it wasn't for the rules, this old woman would have saved him immediately. Ha ha ha. Alright, Granny, let's wait and see. Don't interfere. If you interfere, the rules will be broken. It seems that although these contestants are all geniuses with high quality, none of them can kill Demon Emperor Qing Lin alone. Unless they form a team and use the tactic of numbers. But if they do that, they will suffer heavy losses and might even be wiped out. One of the old men analyzed. Another old man said with a smile. Let's not talk about this group of youngsters. As long as they are on the Demon Hero leaderboard, who would dare to say that they can kill an injured Demon Emperor Qing Lin alone? In this final test, the contestants can only kill each other's designated targets to obtain a minimum of 10,000 points. Then, they can hunt some demon soldiers and demon generals. Most importantly, they have to avoid Demon Emperor Qing Lin. Whoever Demon Emperor Qing Lin touches will die. What else is there to say? Alright, prepare to collect the corpse of contestant number 4, young Xiaofan. In the void. Demon Emperor Qing Lin had already launched an attack at Xiaofan. Demon Emperor Qing Lin was confident that this attack could firmly suppress Xiaofan. Then, he could comfortably penetrate the back of Xiaofan's head and suck on Xiaofan's brain to obtain supreme nourishment. All the true qi in Xiaofan's body went berserk. At this moment, an inexplicable sense of danger instantly seized Demon Emperor Qing Lin, causing his thoughts to change. There was a pause of 1/100th of a breath. The next moment, buzz, a gigantic demonic talisman appeared. It descended from the sky. It directly enveloped Demon Emperor Qing Lin. This demonic talisman contained a huge amount of demonic power and a faint trace of a demon emperor. It could seal people and immortals with just a thought. Sky Demon God Sealing. Xiaofan had drained all the demonic power contained in 10,000 demonic meridians to execute this move. Demon Emperor Qing Lin was sealed in an instant. This time, Xiaofan's attack was too sudden. Demon Monarch Qing Lin was completely caught off guard. Demon Emperor Qing Lin didn't expect Xiaofan to know such a demonic technique. Moreover, he found it hard to believe that Xiaofan could mobilize such a tremendous amount of demonic power in an instant. At this moment, Demon Emperor Qing Lin's demonic power has been severely depleted and he's severely injured. Therefore, my Sky Demon God Sealing is enough to seal him for 10 breaths. Ha ha ha. I succeeded. I managed to sneak an attack before he could slash out the world-destroying demon saber. 10 breaths is enough for me to defeat Demon Emperor Qing Lin. Xiaofan thought quickly. His body moved. He crushed towards Demon Emperor Qing Lin. Boom! The power of Xiaofan's flesh shell completely broke through the seal of the spirit turtle true qi and the indestructible golden body rushed out of his body. With Xiaofan's body as the center, the Milky Way nebula diagram, extinction starlight, wind, forest, volcano, cloud, thunder, dragon and tiger all appeared. Bone inscriptions bloomed and his aura oppressed ghosts and gods. Demon Emperor Qinglin, I'll kill you. Xiaofan roared. However, at this moment, boom! Xiaofan saw with his demonic eyes that 25,000 of the 30,000 demonic meridians in Demon Emperor Qinglin's body were instantly sucked dry. They withered in an instant. Pooh! The investiture of the sky demon that could have sealed Demon Emperor Qinglin for 10 breaths did not even manage to seal him for half a breath. Demon Emperor Qinglin forcefully burned his demonic power and broke through the shackles. Young man, you have too many secrets. I was almost tricked by you. I'm going to die. World-destroying demon saber. Demon Emperor Qinglin smirked and went all out. He moved his right hand and a scimitar appeared in his hand. The scimitar was like a full moon and was engraved with countless ancient demonic runes. Demonic fire burned and there was an evil eyeball embedded in the scimitar that could devour heaven and earth. With a blink of the eyeball, all space, time, light, air and life aura would be devoured. Ah! Xiaofan seemed to have lost control of his body and was about to fly towards the demon saber. I'll devour you. Demon Emperor Qinglin roared crazily. Xiao! A bewitching arc that surpassed any worldly beauty slashed out from the demon saber. Its speed was countless times faster than the speed of sound. Everything in its path was sucked away. Everything turned into nothingness. The airflow became chaotic and collapsed. Traces of withering could be seen everywhere. Pooh! The saber radiance slashed onto Xiaofan. Xiaofan's body was crushed. However, an afterimage? It's an illusion. Demon Emperor Qinglin was stunned. In the next moment, bang! Xiaofan had already appeared behind Demon Emperor Qinglin and threw a punch. This punch was the sure kill punch that erupted from Xiaofan's body after the strength of his flesh shell rose to the peak. As this punch flew out, the sounds of planets disintegrating rang out endlessly in all directions. This punch caused everything within a dozen meters of Xiaofan's body to collapse, creating a whirlpool of air. The punch was like the arrival of a demon god. It also felt like a cosmic storm sweeping through the starry sky, shaking the sun and moon and destroying everything. Xiaofan managed to escape from death just now. This was because Xiaofan had first seen through the demon eye that the demon meridians in Qinglin Demon Emperor's body had been depleted of 25,000 meridians. Therefore, he knew that he was in trouble. At that moment, Xiaofan activated all the remaining demon meridians and used illusory movement to evade Qinglin Demon Emperor's attack. If Xiaofan didn't have the demon eye, he wouldn't have been able to predict it. By the time Demon Emperor Qinglin broke free from the seal and drew his saber, Xiaofan would have used an illusion. By then, it would be too late and he would definitely die. It could be said that the demon eye and illusion had saved Xiaofan's life. In the blink of an eye, Xiaofan punched Demon Monarch Qinglin's back. Puchi! Demon Monarch Qinglin was already injured. Now that he was hit by Xiaofan's violent punch, he spat out a mouthful of demon blood. His flawless demon body was covered in hair-like cracks. Die! Demon Emperor, I'll kill you too. Xiaofan did not have any other thoughts after his punch landed. He strode forward majestically and punched Demon Emperor Qinglin repeatedly. His punches landed on Demon Emperor Qinglin's body continuously. Bang! 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 The Qinglin Demon Emperor howled miserably from the beating and retreated continuously. Like a maggot, Xiaofan followed closely step by step and pummeled with punches. Pieces of space were forcibly shattered by Xiaofan's fist force. Ka 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 ka, wherever Demon Emperor Qinglin's body passed, the space cracked and exploded like glass. Demon Monarch Qinglin was filled with regret. He should have activated the apocalyptic demon blade the moment he saw Xiaofan and not give him any chance. He should have opened all 30,000 demon meridians and slashed out with the apocalyptic demon blade. Xiaofan wouldn't have been able to block it, or dodge it. But now, he no longer had the chance. Hate. Regret. Xiaofan did not stop attacking. The entire area was engulfed in destruction, brutality, and power. Demon Emperor Qing Lin was indeed a high-level demon emperor. His body was indestructible. After taking hundreds and thousands of punches from Xiaofan. Shockingly, bang! Finally, Demon Emperor Qing Lin's body was smashed into pieces and exploded. He was actually beaten to death by Xiaofan. A huge and beautiful Demon Emperor crystal jumped out. To be continued. Chapter 204. Xiaofan had killed Demon Emperor Qing Lin all by himself. He had accomplished an almost impossible task. It was tantamount to creating a legend. One had to know that Xiaofan's realm was only at 33 open true acupoints, and he was at the 4th level of true qi. As for Demon Emperor Qing Lin, he was a high-level demon emperor. Although he was seriously injured, he was still powerful. To be able to kill it like this, it was truly a feat that surpassed the ancients and surpassed the present. Of course, there was also luck involved. The sky demon apotheosis was like an illusion. The demon eye, the violent power of the flesh, and even the weak true qi cultivation were all indispensable. Moreover, the sneak attack that caught Qing Lin Demon Emperor off guard cost him 25,000 demonic meridians. He burned his demonic energy and forcefully broke free from the sky demon apotheosized god. Qing Lin Demon Emperor was almost completely exhausted, which was why he was able to kill him in one fell swoop. If Demon Emperor Qing Lin was at his peak, Xiaofan would not have been able to kill him no matter how hard he tried. He would have been killed instantly. Boom! The demon monarch's palm tattoo on his left arm released a vortex-like suction force that sucked away the scattered demon emperor corpses. This is the supreme nourishment for the demon monarch's palm. Xiaofan was overjoyed. He reached out with his right hand and grabbed the beautiful Qing Lin Demon Emperor crystal. The Demon Emperor crystal was several times larger than the North Mystic Demon Emperor crystal. The luster was translucent like glass, pure and without any impurities. It was like the most expensive gem in the world. Densely packed ancient demon race symbols surged, describing the demon race's civilization. Vaguely, there was also the sound of demonic singing that shook one's soul. Inside the Demon Emperor crystal, a blood moon scimitar was sealed. An eyeball was embedded on the blade. In the blink of an eye, it shattered into nothingness and was unparalleled in the world. That was the apocalyptic demon saber. At the same time, Buzz, the jade tablet in Xiaofan's arms trembled violently. He took out the jade tablet and saw that the points on it kept rising. It was unstoppable. 150-15050 50050 10050 inch. Xiaofan got what he wanted after killing Demon Emperor Qing Lin. He obtained 100,000 points. Ha ha ha. This feels so good. With such a score, no contestant can surpass me. Ha ha ha. Xiaofan was in high spirits. Furthermore, killing an advanced martial dominator realm beast was a great challenge for Xiaofan's fighting spirit and confidence, causing his mental strength to undergo some transformations. His temperament became more stable and indestructible. Now, he had completely developed the demeanor of an expert. I need to find a place to digest Qing Lin Demon Emperor's life essence, then refine the Qing Lin Demon Emperor crystal. As long as I learn the World Annihilation Fiend blade, people like Garen. Slaughtering them was like slaughtering pigs and dogs. What leader of the younger generation in the Devil Hero domain? As long as they dare to come and kill me, this daddy will torture him until he hovers between life and death. Xiaofan's mind flickered, and he directly entered the quiet streets and residences below. His body's fluctuations were sealed, and he hid himself deeply. He hid in the city. This is simply too unimaginable. On the other side, Leng Ruyu's eyes were dazed and her face was filled with shock. He actually killed Qinglin Demon Emperor. This Xiaofan is too ruthless, he. Now there's a good show to watch. Morning drifting wind whistled. Garen is going to suffer. On the ground. In a quiet and elegant courtyard. This kid killed Qinglin Demon Emperor with his fists. Isn't this too ruthless? An old man licked his lips. We humans actually have such a tough character, and he also has demonic techniques, good seedling. This person is a good seedling. In the future, when he kills demons, he will definitely be outstanding. He will definitely rise to become a rare demon hero. It's hard to imagine that he could kill a demon emperor at such a young age. Another old man said in shock. Remember, contestant number 4, Xiaofan. The old woman's voice was trembling. Xiaofan wandered around the silent city, walked to the suburbs, found a barren ridge, and found a tall mountain. He dug a cave in the belly of the mountain, went in, and sat cross-legged. Rays of beautiful and dazzling demonic light lingered around Xiaofan. The demon emperor crystal had been embedded into the demon Thearcha's palm. It fit perfectly and was slowly refined. Strings of demonic runes flowed into Xiaofan's mind, causing him to have all kinds of epiphanies. Moreover, demon emperor Qinglin's corpse was refined inch by inch, causing the demon Thearcha's palm to continuously awaken demonic meridians. Demon Emperor Qinglin was a living grand demon after all. The essence contained in the demon corpse was slightly richer than that of the 2 mutated demon emperor corpses that had been dead for countless years and had almost lost all their demonic aura. This made the demon Thearcha's palm tattoo on his left arm greedily devour and absorb it as if it had found a treasure. Xiaofan also completely calmed down. He sat quietly, neither too fast nor too slow. Soon, Xiaofan entered the mysterious realm of no one and no me. The extremely cold night quietly left, and the scorching day arrived. The fiery sun shrouded the entire western region. Sunlight City. In a lively restaurant. A woman with golden wavy hair and gem-like eyes was extremely beautiful, exuding a touch of elegance. She carried a sword on her back, and there was a round and smooth sword chi rising from her entire body. It was Xiao Yunrong. It had been 2 days since she came to Sunlight City. Xiao Yunrong's face was covered with dust. In these 2 days, she had hunted a few low-level demon generals hiding in the downtown area and earned some points. Moreover, in such a tense and dangerous atmosphere, Xiao Yunrong's true chi cultivation had also greatly improved. Now, she had opened the 21st true acupoint and officially stepped into the 3rd level of true chi. Where are Xiaofan, Miss Mo, and the others now? Xiao Yunrong looked out of the window. There was a great deal of worry in her eyes. This time, Xiaofan's target is Garen, the leader of the younger generation of the Devil Hero region. This person is aloof and difficult to deal with. I don't know if Xiaofan and Garen have encountered each other. I hope Xiaofan is fine. Xiao Yunrong's own target was also quite powerful and was not someone she could deal with. Her target was Tang Feipeng from the eastern region. It was said that he had participated in the last Hex trials. He was a ruthless person who had survived the trial of life and death. He had a lot of experience. His battle prowess was outstanding, and he was one of the few peerless geniuses of the eastern region's younger generation. His fame was only slightly inferior to the leading figure of the eastern region's younger generation, Zhangsun Wuhan. While Xiao Yunrong was lost in thought, 2 men stepped into the restaurant. One of them had a jade-like face and an aura of a monarch. He was one of the seeded contestants of the southern region's younger generation, the crown prince of Lingshan. The other one was graceful and elegant. His eyes were filled with the traces of an ocean storm. His body's genuine qi had turned into faint seawater, fluctuating slightly. She was another seated candidate of the Southern Domain's younger generation, Tian Yuan of the Sea God sect. With the help of many geniuses from the Wuxia region, the Crown Prince of Lingshan soon found his best friend, Tian Yuan, in Sunshine City. "Brother Tian, who do you think that woman is?" "Xiao Yunrong of Mingjian Villa." The Crown Prince of Lingshan stopped and his voice trembled slightly. This is truly a case of wearing out iron shoes in fruitless search. It was a piece of cake. He had actually found this woman here. Between the woman and Xiaofan. Their relationship is very ambiguous. Crown Prince of Lingshan, what do you mean? Tian Yuan also looked at Xiao Yunrong. "Brother Tian, Xiaofan has hidden himself very well. The people from the Wuxia region are all looking for him. You also know that Garen's target is Xiaofan. Once we capture Xiaofan's companions, there is a high chance that we can force Xiaofan out." The Crown Prince of Lingshan's eyes flashed with a hint of conspiracy. Crown Prince of Lingshan. This. We, Xiaofan, Xiao Yunrong, and the others are all from the southern region. I'm afraid it's a little inappropriate to betray them to the people from the Wuxia region. Tian Yuan was slightly hesitant. "Brother Tian, you haven't figured out the situation yet," the Crown Prince of Lingshan said earnestly. "Xiaofan and the people from the Wuxia region have become mortal enemies. They will not stop until one of them is dead. You have to know that Garen has transcended the mortal world and entered the divine realm. He has a sense of superiority everywhere. Moreover, Garen has dozens of powerful junior brothers and sisters under him. We can't afford to offend this force. Moreover, Xiaofan will definitely die if he provokes this group of people. The people from the Wuxia region are almost certain to become Wuxia, and Garen is more likely to become an all-powerful figure in the future. It's not too late for us to curry favor with Garen now. Xiaofan is an arrogant and unruly person. It doesn't matter whether we betray him or not. He is a person who must die. If we can help Garen find Xiaofan, we will definitely get his gratitude. Why not? Also, we can use Xiao Yunrong to threaten Xiaofan so that he will help us hunt down the designated target. It's killing two birds with one stone. I see. Tian Yuan's eyes rolled a few times. That's good. Xiaofan is the most outstanding among the younger generation of the southern region. If he rises, it won't be good for the two of us. In the future, in the southern region, we will always be suppressed by him and even have to act according to his wishes. All right. We'll take this opportunity to eliminate him. In fact, if Xiaofan didn't draw Garen as the hunting target, he might have passed this round. But, forget it. It's fate. If the heavens want Xiaofan to die, there's nothing we can do. After the two finished their discussion, they walked directly toward Xiao Yunrong. "Miss Xiao." The Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain and Tian Yuan walked over with a smile on their faces and greeted her in an extremely friendly manner. Xiao Yunrong was shocked and her eyes were on guard. "Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain? Tian Yuan?" A faint sword light flashed in her eyes. Miss Xiao, you don't have to be like this. We are friends, not enemies." The Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain smiled. "We all come from the same southern region and belong to the same origin. It's fate that we met here." Xiao Yunrong said indifferently without batting an eyelid. "Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain, Tian Yuan, hello. I didn't expect to meet you here." Miss Xiao is too cautious." Tian Yuan laughed heartily. "Let's not talk about the same origin. Miss Xiao, the target of me, Tian Yuan and the Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain is not you. Therefore, there is no conflict of interest between us at all. Miss Xiao, do you think that we want to harm you?" That's impossible. If we harm you, we will have to deduct 1,000 points. Who can afford to lose 1,000 points? To put it bluntly, Miss Xiao, even if you ask us to kill you now, we don't dare. The loss outweighs the gain. It's like shooting yourself in the foot. Don't you think so? By the same logic, you won't kill us even if we ask you to. If you accidentally kill a non-designated contestant, it basically means that you won't be able to pass this test. Who would dare to kill people? In the belly of the mountain where Xiaofan was hiding. Swoosh swoosh swoosh, endless demonic light shuttled back and forth, lingering around Xiaofan. In a day and a night, the demon god palm on my left arm swallowed all the essence of the demon emperor Qing Lin's corpse without leaving a single drop. It also awakened a large number of demonic veins. Now, my left arm of the demon god palm has a total of 40,000 demonic veins. Each demonic vein is full of demonic power. It gives me the illusion that I can pluck the stars and the moon and destroy the world. Ha ha ha. Good. Very good. Moreover, the demon emperor crystal has been perfectly refined by the demon god palm. It allowed me to master the third demonic technique, the apocalyptic demon saber, in addition to the heavenly demon apotheosized demon saber. Xiaofan was full of ambition. His combat power had completely improved by leaps and bounds. To be continued. Chapter 205. Now, on Xiaofan's left arm, there were 40,000 demon veins awakened. These demon veins were like coiling dragons, setting off the 3 demon emperor crystals that were as bright as stars. The demon chi was like a tide, and ancient demon characters were rolling and evaporating, floating and sinking. Just like what Chen Wanfeng said, once one awakened 40,000 demon veins and had at least one demon emperor crystal, he would be a true demon emperor. In other words, Xiaofan was equivalent to a demon emperor purely in terms of demon strength and demon technique. Of course, it was a low-level demon emperor. Awakened 40 to 80,000 demon veins, a mid-level demon emperor. Awakened 80 to 100,000 demon veins, a high-level demon emperor. Awakened more than 100,000 demon veins, a mutation would begin. This world-destroying demon saber is indeed an extremely powerful and demonic demon technique. Once the demon saber is out, the world will be in chaos. Xiaofan nodded slightly. In the next moment, he turned his left hand. Buzz, a strange demonic sound was heard, as if there were countless demons singing in a low voice. It was like an elegy at dusk, making people cry. Between heaven and earth, it was filled with the sorrow of withering and death. A blood moon scimitar appeared in Xiaofan's hand. On the blade, there was an eye full of sorrow and despair. This was to make the enemy sad, to make the enemy despair, world-destroying demon saber. The might of the world-destroying demon saber is determined by the amount of demonic energy poured into it. If I can instantly drain all the demonic energy contained in the 40,000 demonic veins in my left demon sovereign's palm, then when I slash out with my saber, the speed of my saber can reach 100 times the speed of sound. It can absorb and devour all matter. The mountains and rivers will turn into ashes. The masses will turn into powder. Xiaofan murmured to himself. It's conceivable. When Demon Emperor Qing Lin was at his peak, he used this demon saber to kill countless demons of the human race. Even the great Sun Emperor couldn't resist the world-destroying demon saber of Demon Emperor Qing Lin unscathed. Now, this saber has actually been obtained by me. Xiaofan closed his eyes slightly, and a very subtle feeling arose in his heart. That was the feeling of having power, extremely graceful and carefree. Alright, I'll go out and exercise now. It would be best if I can meet Garen. With a thought, the world-destroying demon saber in Xiaofan's hand emitted traces of demonic light. In the next moment, the barren mountain that Xiaofan was hiding in suddenly had cracks appearing all over it. Pooh! The mountain collapsed. A strange demonic light appeared out of nowhere, and a faint dusk dirge and a decadent voice rang out. Sweeping across the world, all the rocks and debris. They did not scatter in all directions. Instead, they were instantly devoured by the demonic light. Nothing was left. As the demonic light faded away, Xiaofan calmly walked towards the bustling street outside the barren mountain. Sunshine City. In the restaurant. The Crown Prince of Lingshan and Tian sat on either side of Xiao Yunrong. Xiao Yunrong's face was still a little cold. Miss Xiao, if I remember correctly, your target should be Tang Feipeng of the eastern region, right? The Crown Prince of Lingshan smiled. Tang Feipeng is no small matter. He had participated in the previous Devil Hero selection tournament and survived through a mountain of corpses and a sea of bones. Miss Xiao, I'm afraid that it would be difficult for you to kill such a character with your cultivation level of true qi, right? It's very likely that we'll be killed instead. Xiao Yunrong was slightly stunned, but she did not refute. That was indeed the case. Even if it was a sneak attack, Xiao Yunrong did not think that she could kill Tang Feipeng. Miss Xiao, it seems that if you want to kill Tang Feipeng and get the points needed to become a devil hero, you have to do it through others. The Crown Prince of Lingshan's eyes moved slightly as he whispered. Xiao Han will definitely be able to kill Tang Feipeng. Miss Xiao, your relationship with Xiao Han is very close. As long as you ask, he will definitely help you kill Tang Feipeng. Hearing the Crown Prince of Lingshan's words, Xiao Yunrong's pretty face blushed slightly. Her eyes were like water as she said, the relationship between Yunrong and Xiao Han is just an ordinary friendship. Ha ha ha. Tian laughed heartily. Miss Xiao, you don't have to hide it. Between you and Xiao Han, there must be love between a man and a woman, a pair of lovers. Ha ha ha, it's really enviable. Then, Miss Xiao, the most important thing now is to find Xiao Han. We are all from the southern region, so we should be on the same side. Let's go, let's look for Xiao Han, Mo Qingtong, and the others. Let's join forces and hunt down our designated targets one by one so that we can all successfully become devil heroes and win glory for the southern region. Miss Xiao, there should be some secret code between you and Xiao Han, right? What is it? The Crown Prince of Lingshan said calmly. There is no secret code. Hearing the Crown Prince's words, Xiao Yunrong said straightforwardly without thinking. There is no secret code between Yunrong and Xiao Han. I'm sorry, Yunrong has to leave now. Xiao Yunrong was not a 3-year-old child. It was impossible for her to trust others casually, and it was even more impossible for her to reveal the secret code between them and Xiao Han. Xiao Yunrong knew that Xiao Han had too many enemies, especially Garen, who was the most powerful among all the contestants in the Hex Hero preliminaries. In any case, Xiao Yunrong would not reveal any clues, which would put Xiao Han in danger. After saying that, Xiao Yunrong stood up and left the restaurant in a hurry. Humph. This bitch. The Crown Prince of Lingshan's face suddenly changed, and he stared at Xiao Yunrong's back with hatred. She's only at level 3 true qi. She's like an aphid. If it weren't for Xiao Han, she would have died in the first 3 rounds. How dare she put on airs in front of us? She doesn't know what's good for her. The Crown Prince of Lingshan licked his lips. Brother Tian, follow her. Control this bitch. If she's willing to cooperate and help us find Xiao Han, then that's fine. If she's stubborn, I have my own ways to deal with her. After saying that, a lustful light flashed in the Crown Prince's eyes. Crown Prince of Lingshan, what are you thinking? Tian Yuan couldn't help laughing. This bitch is quite pretty, and she's Xiao Han's woman. I don't mind enjoying her body, and then handing her over to Tang Feipeng of the East region. After saying that, the Crown Prince of Lingshan stood up. Let's go, Brother Tian. We'll follow her. Don't let her escape. The two of them moved. They flashed out of the restaurant. Xiao Yunrong walked briskly through the bustling downtown. Two auras followed closely behind like maggots in a tarsal bone. What were they trying to do? You've been following me all the way. Xiao Yunrong paused slightly. Miss Xiao, please wait a moment. The Crown Prince of Lingshan and Tian rushed up in a few steps, one on the left and the other on the right, sandwiching Xiao Yunrong in the middle. Qi activity locked on. What do you mean? Xiao Yunrong's face was covered with frost. Ah. Miss Xiao. Let's travel together so that we can look after each other. The Crown Prince of Lingshan said with a fake smile. If Miss Xiao encounters Tang Feipeng, she will be killed instantly. It's better to travel with us. There's no need. Yunrong can act alone. Xiao Yunrong flatly refused. Miss Xiao, don't be so stubborn. Tian Yuan sneered. Now, it's no longer up to you, understand? It's fine if you behave yourself, but if you dare to make excuses, we don't mind giving you a taste of suffering first. Xiao Yunrong looked at her face. His heart skipped a beat. Things were terrible. He had been kidnapped by the Crown Prince of Lingshan and Tian Yuan. Right at this moment, someone from the southern region. A cold and arrogant voice sounded. The Crown Prince of Lingshan, Tian Yuan, and Xiao Yunrong raised their heads at the same time. They saw a young man with fair skin that was as tender as a woman's. He was so handsome that it made one's hair stand on end. He had a lofty temperament and was empty-handed. He was brimming with spirit. The sharpness of his body made it impossible for anyone to resist, causing everyone to willingly admit their inferiority. The leading figure of the Eastern region's younger generation, Zhongsun Wuhan. Beside Zhongsun Wuhan was a fatty. His face was pale and his aura was dispirited. He kept coughing and trembling. It was Fatty Zhu. However, from the looks of it, Fatty Zhu seemed to be heavily injured. Furthermore, he was restrained by Zhongsun Wuhan. He was restrained and couldn't escape. Miss Xiao. Fatty Zhu exclaimed when he saw Xiao Yunrong. Fatty, you? What happened to you? Xiao Yunrong was surprised and delighted when she met Fatty Zhu. Sigh. It's a long story. Fatty Zhu sighed in an extremely aggrieved manner. He looked at Zhongsun Wuhan, and his anger and killing intent suddenly rose. However, all the true acupoints in his body were weak. His combat strength was less than 50%. There was a hint of anger that he didn't dare to speak up. Zhongsun Wuhan. The Crown Prince of Lingshan and Tian Yuan were also shocked. People of the southern region, you don't have to panic. I don't want to make a move against you. Zhongsun Wuhan was overbearing. He looked at Xiao Yunrong and his pupils contracted slightly. Oh. This woman is someone by Xiao Han's side, right? The two of you kidnapped this woman. Are you trying to force Xiao Han out? Ha ha ha. The Crown Prince of Lingshan and Tian Yuan couldn't hide it and laughed awkwardly. If I remember correctly, this woman's target is my eastern region's Tang Feipeng, right? Good, very good, very good. Zhongsun Wuhan looked at Xiao Yunrong's exquisite and curvy body as if he was observing his prey. He said meaningfully, Tang Feipeng is one of the few experts of my eastern region's younger generation. Handing this woman over to Tang Feipeng to kill will allow Tang Feipeng to earn enough points to become a demon hero. This is not bad. Tang Feipeng will also become my capable general in the future. Zhongsun Wuhan actually wanted to hand Xiao Yunrong over to Tang Feipeng. Xiao Yunrong's heart was in a mess. She wanted to withdraw but was completely locked by the Crown Prince of Lingshan and Tian Yuan's aura. She didn't dare to move. Zhongsun Wuhan, this woman is the bait we will use to force Xiao Han out. The Crown Prince of Lingshan smiled slightly. However, brother Zhongsun Wuhan, the two of us will definitely give you face. In the future, when we become demon heroes, we will also take care of each other. In this way, after Xiao Yunrong's value is exhausted, we will naturally hand her over to brother Zhang Sun Wuhan for you to do whatever you want. How about it? At that time, brother Zhang Sun Wuhan can personally hand her over to Tang Feipeng. Zhang Sun Wuhan nodded slightly. Let's do it this way. In fact, the fourth stage of the demon hero trial is also for us, the future demon heroes, to make friends with each other and open up all kinds of relationships. For example, this fatty is the prey of the Azure Dragon Crown Prince of the Great Wilderness. I captured him to hand him over to the Azure Dragon Crown Prince. Zhang Sun Wuhan, the Crown Prince of Lingshan, and Tian Yuan looked at each other and smiled. They completely treated Xiao Yunrong and Fatty Zhu as prey, to be dealt with and slaughtered at will. At this moment, Tian Yuan's body suddenly trembled. His gaze looked at the bustling crowd not far away. Xiao Yunrong's eyes, which were filled with despair and resentment, also looked at the crowd shuttling back and forth. Her panicked and helpless eyes suddenly calmed down, and her pale face gradually returned to normal. Fatty Zhu also turned his head to look and blurted out. "Boss." Not too far away, Xiaofan slowly walked over. He didn't reveal anything, his temperament was calm and unruffled, as if he was taking a stroll in the park. Oh. Zhang Sun Wuhan also turned to look at Xiaofan, a hint of fierceness flashing across his eyes. "Miss Xiao, if you dare to say anything else, I will immediately kill you." The Crown Prince of Lingshan threatened in a low voice. At the same time, his hands trembled as he quietly took out a talisman from his bosom. That was the communication talisman given to him by the people of the Demon Hero region. "Oh. Fatty, Yunrong?" Xiaofan also discovered his companions. He was overjoyed and quickly walked over. To be continued. She already knew that the Crown Prince of Lingshan and the others were scheming to deal with Xiaohan. She was worried for Xiaohan and wanted to directly expose them in front of Xiaohan so that he would be on guard. However, Xiaohan's eyes were extremely calm and unruffled. There was even a hint of confidence in him. As a result, Xiao Yunrong calmed down at once. Strangely, Xiaohan's eyes were extremely gentle, which made Xiao Yunrong suddenly feel that the sky was high and the sea was wide. The panic caused by this tense atmosphere was also soothed. Xiao Yunrong looked at Xiaohan quietly and did not say anything else. "This." The Crown Prince of Lingshan rolled his eyes a few times and finally said, "Brother Xiao, can I have a word with you?" As soon as he said that, Zhang Sun Wuhan and Tian Yuan looked at Xiaohan nervously and firmly restrained Fatty Zhu and Xiao Yunrong. The scene was very strange. "It's fine." Xiaohan smiled and nodded. Then, "Brother Xiao, please follow me." The Crown Prince of Lingshan did not say much and walked straight out of the bustling street to the desolate suburbs. Xiaohan didn't even think about it. He took off and followed behind them. Tian Yuan threatened Xiao Yunrong and followed closely behind. Zhang Sun Wuhan thought for a moment and also grabbed Fatty Zhu and followed. Soon, the group walked out of the bustling street and arrived at the suburbs where there were flowers and trees. Everyone only cared about walking and did not say anything. Xiaohan did not take the initiative to talk to Fatty Zhu and Xiao Yunrong for the time being. The atmosphere became more and more strange. Not long after, the Crown Prince of Lingshan finally could not hold it back. He raised his right hand and a stream of true qi ignited the talisman that he had secretly held in his hand. Spiritual light soared into the sky and exploded into a group of true qi characters in the sky. It was crooked and twisted like a dragon or a snake. Not long after, this group of true qi characters exploded and turned into a rain of flowers, auspicious clouds and auspicious qi. Rays of colored glaze light appeared in the void, spanning several miles from east to west. It was a spectacle and extremely beautiful. Almost 10 breaths later, a group of true Qi runes also appeared in the air 50 kilometers to the east. They also exploded and filled the sky with crimson divine light. Then, the void continued to rise and fall, continuously exploding true energy runes. One after another, the true Qi characters extended thousands of miles away. Phew! Seeing this, the Crown Prince of Lingshan heaved a sigh of relief and smiled slightly. He turned around and looked at Xiaofan with a hint of ridicule in his eyes. "Brother Xiao, please wait for a moment." Xiaofan could not help but laugh. "This? Crown Prince of Lingshan, it seems that you are informing someone. If I'm not wrong, it's Garen, right? You tricked me into coming here and then sent a message to Garen? Good, you're very good." Xiaohan's tone was very calm and his eyes were as calm as water. It was as if he was not angry at all. "Xiaohan." An extremely regretful expression suddenly appeared on the face of the Crown Prince of Lingshan. "Xiaohan, I have no choice but to do this. You can only blame yourself for being too arrogant. You don't know how to restrain yourself at all and made the whole world your enemy. Also, you became Garen's target. This is no different from taking chestnuts out of the fire and seeking your own death. As the saying goes, a wise man submits to circumstances. I, the Crown Prince of Lingshan, am not much of a person, but I'm much better than you, Xiaohan. After all, I know how to make choices and who I can't offend. Alright, Xiaohan, it's not that I, the Crown Prince of Lingshan, want to kill you. It's Garen and the geniuses of the Wuxia region who want to kill you. I, the Crown Prince of Lingshan, am only responsible for sending a message to them about your whereabouts." As he spoke, the Crown Prince of Lingshan became more and more fearless. "The Crown Prince of Lingshan, Tian. You're too shameless. As a member of the southern region. How could you collude with those guys from the Wuxia region? You colluded with them to murder Xiaohan." Xiao Yunrong was furious. She no longer cared about anything and started cursing. "Shut up." Tian Yuan was furious. However, he didn't dare to do anything to Xiao Yunrong, let alone kill Xiao Yunrong. After all, killing a non-designated participant by mistake would result in a deduction of points. "Boss, these guys are plotting against you." Fatty Zhu also shouted. "Enough, Fatty, you shut up too," Zhangsun Wuhan said indifferently. "Xiaohan, the news has already been spread. It won't be long before the people from the Wuxia region come. Maybe Garen will come to kill you personally. You better pray for your own good." Zhangsun Wuhan. Xiaohan smiled. "You captured my brother, Fatty Zhu. What do you want? Are you going to force me to show up like the Crown Prince of Lingshan?" "No. I captured Fatty Zhu to hand him over to the Tsang Dragon Crown Prince. The Tsang Dragon Crown Prince's target is this Fatty. I, Zhangsun Wuhan, am the #1 genius of the younger generation in the eastern region. The Tsang Dragon Crown Prince is also the leader of the younger generation in the Great Wilderness. Take this Fatty as a greeting gift so that I can befriend the Tsang Dragon Crown Prince." "Yes, Zhangsun Wuhan. Very good. You are also very good." Xiaohan nodded with a smile. A murderous intent flashed in his eyes. Then, he turned his head again and looked at the Crown Prince of Lingshan. "Crown Prince of Lingshan, you betrayed me. Aren't you afraid that I will kill you?" "Ha ha ha." The Crown Prince of Lingshan laughed calmly. "You want to kill me? Xiaohan, you can't kill me. If you dare to kill me, then you will never be able to become a Wuxia. If you don't kill me, then you can still try to kill Garen and get enough points. Maybe you can become a Wuxia. But if you dare to kill me, then your points will be deducted." Even if you successfully kill Garen, it will be difficult to pass. Oh. So that's why you are so fearless and think that I dare not kill you? Xiaofan laughed involuntarily. However, Xiaofan did not make a move. Ha ha ha. Seeing that Xiaofan did not even have the slightest intention to make a move, Tian Yuan also laughed, as if relieved of a heavy burden. Xiaofan, it seems that our calculation is very accurate. You are indeed afraid to kill people. If it were me, I would not dare to kill people. Well, this matter has nothing to do with us. You can wait for the people of the Wuxia region to come and settle the score with you. We will not care about it. Let's see the battle between you and Garen. But it will be difficult for you to compete with Garen. No one is optimistic about you. Otherwise, we would not have joined forces to plot against you. Alright, stop talking. I won't make a move first. I'll wait until the trash from the Devil Hero region arrives, or even when Garen arrives, then I'll go on a killing spree and blast all of you to pieces. Xiaofan smiled innocently. What an idiot. You are still bragging and arrogant even when you are about to die. Zhangsun Wuhan sneered. At this moment, boom, a mighty and dignified sword chi flew in the sky. The lingering sword chi filled the void. From the sword chi, a peerless swordsman walked out. He was sharp, and his eyes were rolling with the sword will that could destroy the ages and tear the mountains. It was a young man in white, with a sword on his back. He was dignified and looked like a king. When he arrived, he glanced at Xiaofan coldly and stood aside without saying much. Xiaofan had seen this person before. He was a genius from the Wuxia region. After a few breaths, hundreds of flowers bloomed in the void. A huge peony suddenly bloomed, and a woman in colorful clothes walked out of the stamen. Between her eyebrows, there was a kind of peerless majesty that could not be concealed. From head to toe, a terrible aura burst out. Another genius from the Wuxia region. After arriving, he also stood aside and looked at Xiaofan coldly. In the next moment, the heavenly wind rolled, and a fierce gust of wind fell from the sky. The ground shook, and many wild trees were uprooted. The soil on the ground was shaken. A young man in a golden robe descended aggressively. His whole body emitted a cold air, and the genuine chi on his body was very strange. It seemed to be good and evil at the same time. It was very powerful. Whoosh, in the eastern sky, a fierce dragon appeared. Genuine chi rolled, and a man and a woman stood on it. Their aura was terrifying, and they were as oppressive as a mountain. Roar, another loud roar shook the mountains and rivers, and the earth shook as if there was an earthquake. A 9-headed lion split the void and flew over. Its body was golden, and it breathed clouds and spat out mist. Golden light overflowed in all directions. Holy songs rang out. On the head of the largest lion, a young man dressed in purple stood there with a majestic aura. In just a short period of time, dozens of young people from the Wuxia region had swarmed over in this area. These people were all extraordinary. They were geniuses, and their aura was so strong that it made the world tremble. Powerful aura and murderous intent. Xiao Yunrong and Fatty Zhu were almost suffocated. Xiaofan, on the other hand, maintained a calm and unruffled attitude. His face was bathed in an extremely calm smile. Dozens of geniuses from the Wuxia region surrounded Xiaofan, all of them gritting their teeth. However, Garen didn't come. Xiaofan didn't say anything. He was waiting. After about half an hour, no one else came. However, a total of 32 young geniuses from the Wuxia region had gathered there, and they surrounded him. The atmosphere was so oppressive that it made people collapse. "Is everyone here?" Xiaofan finally said with a smile. At this moment, a young man in a white robe appeared. He was very clean, had a sharp aura, and had narrow eyes. He took a step forward, nodded slightly to the Crown Prince of Soul Mountain, and said indifferently. "Very good, Crown Prince of Soul Mountain. You found Xiaofan and sent a message to us in time, so that we could catch a turtle in a jar. This is your credit. Our eldest senior brother, Garen, will reward you according to your contribution." "Thank you, Brother Yun," the Crown Prince of Soul Mountain said with a smile. Xiaofan, the young man in white, looked at Xiaofan. "You have no way to escape. Indeed, your combat strength is very strong, and your body is comparable to the barbarians of the great wilderness. However, there are more than 30 of us here. You won't have a chance. If you dare to resist, you will immediately be cut into pieces. However, we won't kill you. Come with us now to see Senior Brother Garen. You have committed a heinous crime by repeatedly murdering people from the Wuxia region. However, Senior Brother Garen is merciful. I think he may grant you a full corpse. Come with us, and surrender yourself to us. If you dare to resist, I will cut off the tendons of your hands and feet, destroy your cultivation, and let you experience all kinds of torture. Dig out your eyes and cut off your nose." This young man's tone was the kind of tone that said he had everything under control. On the side of the Wuxia region, there were 32 people surrounding Xiaofan. Even if Xiaofan had 3 heads and 6 arms, it was impossible for him to escape, let alone fight back. He could only be at the mercy of the young man. Ha 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 ha. Xiaofan looked up to the sky and laughed. Then, he moved his muscles a little. "Okay, since everyone is here, let's start. I'm already very impatient. However, there is a little regret that Garen didn't show up. Forget it, let's take care of you small fries first, then go find Garen." Huh? Everyone looked at Xiaofan in a daze. Xiaofan's strange attitude made them puzzled. Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain. Xiaofan looked at the Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain. "You kidnapped my companions, lured me, and betrayed me. So, you are the first to die." "Humph. Xiaofan. Is there something wrong with your head?" The Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain was completely fearless. "How dare you speak so arrogantly at a time like this?" All of a sudden, Xiaofan's body exploded, and endless starlight surged out. With Xiaofan's body as the center, a violent force suddenly surged out. The air in all directions was chaotic, collapsed, and destroyed. Xiaofan's entire aura rose steadily, and in an instant, he became extremely ferocious. Everyone saw a figure flash, and before they could react, Xiaofan had already rushed in front of the Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain and slapped him. An area of space was shattered, and a state of great destruction appeared. Slap! Xiaofan slapped the Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain violently, breaking all his teeth in an instant. He let out a cry of pain, and his body was already sent flying. The Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain's body tumbled a few times in the air. As soon as he landed, Xiaofan took a step forward and stepped directly on the Crown Prince's cheek with his right foot. With a little force, the Crown Prince's head sank into the ground. "A dog like you dare to kidnap my companions? And even set a trap to kill me? I think you are King tired of living. It's fine if you behave yourself, I won't kill you, but you actually jumped out to harm me? You are courting death, do you know that?" Xiaofan sneered. "Xiaofan. You. Stop it." Tian Yuan exclaimed in horror. He could not believe that Xiaofan still dared to make a move in such a disadvantageous situation. "Heh. Xiaofan, do you still want to kill people?" On the side of the Devil Hero region, a young man in a snow-white robe mocked. "If you have the guts, kill the Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain in front of us. If you dare to do so, we will cripple you. Before we hand you over to eldest senior brother, we will ravage you ruthlessly and make you wish you were dead." Xiaofan's foot that was stepping on the Crown Prince's head loosened slightly. The Crown Prince immediately struggled to raise his head, spat out a mouthful of soil, and roared. Xiaofan! You dare to kill me? Don't give me that. If you kill me and deduct your points, you will never be able to become a devil hero. The Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain was also a genius since he was young. He had never suffered any setbacks, let alone today's humiliation. This made him so angry that he fell into a state of madness. He was hysterical and looked at Xiaofan with deep hatred. Come on. Kill me if you have the guts. Kill me if you dare. Bang! Xiaofan stomped his right foot, and all the strength in his body burst forth. In an instant, the Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain was stomped into the ground. All the bones in his body exploded, and he could not be more dead. Do you think I dare not kill you? Xiaofan sneered. Then, his eyes swept around arrogantly. Not only the Crown Prince of the Soul Mountain has to die, but everyone here today will die. Xiaofan! You've lost your mind. How dare you kill me? You're insane. Tian Yuan's eyes widened, and he bared his teeth. Swoosh! Xiaofan's figure suddenly flashed, turned into a series of afterimages, and flashed behind Tian Yuan. Bang! He threw a punch. The force of 1.5 million ding was instantly released, and the sound of stars disintegrating could be heard in all directions. The airflow collapsed, and the wind howled. Tian Yuan was smashed into pieces, and his broken body flew in all directions. Xiaofan! How dare you! The white-robed youth from the Devil Hero region was furious. You killed 2 people in a row. You! What about me? What are 2 people? I've said it before, all of you must die. Today, I, Xiaofan, will kill without restraint. Xiaofan said sternly. To be continued. You're tuning into the Xiaofan's Wuxia Tales YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.